What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 10th episode of Let's Talk Games. 10. We got your boy Kid Smooth in here, and we got the usuals. I want to give first. I want to say I know I said in my earlier videos that Broken Games HD would be in this podcast, but some changes happened. He couldn't make it, so he'll probably likely be on the next one. But we still got the All-Star team in here, so we got the big homie in here. Shout yourself out.
Big homie, that's all I gotta say for now. The big homie love.
And you got my my sidekick. No, he ain't my sidekick. He's my partner in crime, E-Rock 8150.
Hey everybody, what's going on, man? This is E-Rock 8150 telling you guys to check me out on Facebook at justwatchplayandlisten.com. Give me a listen, fellas.
And then we got a special guest from Bang Bang Facebook group, Marcus Martinez. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. And then we know you see that 3, Rise and Grind, Chicago's finest. Rise and Grind's in here.
What's the deal, peoples?
And then we got the most hated person in here, Sad Man Dan, who will be revealing himself soon. We all want to know what he looks like. A lot of people aren't happy to have him on the show, but he is here, and I promise to keep him under control. Please.
I want to be the guy.
Okay. Anyway, as you can see, the title of today's podcast is PlayStation dominating or not? There's, I'm pretty sure most of you all watched the PlayStation Experience, which I watched it. I already gave my thoughts on it. I don't mind going into detail a little bit more during this podcast. We also watched that piece of crap that we call the Video Game Awards.
That
But
atrocity.
That's none of my business. And we all know this little game called Street Fighter has been making the news. So I'm gonna pass it off to since it's been more of a PlayStation weekend. I'm gonna give Marcus Martinez the first dig at what's going on. What's up?
I think you all are, y'all are doing y'all original fanboyism. When you say that that whole presentation was not impressing, as you all would say. I mean, if it wasn't for the leak yesterday of Street Fighter, that would have been, more than likely probably would have been the second biggest thing besides Uncharted. I do understand they had that terrible glitch in which I shook my head at. I'm not even gonna lie. You had a glitch live on TV that was unacceptable. But with Uncharted, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, there was a couple indies that I shook my head at. I didn't understand. I hated them. But for the most, I think it was it was very rewarding for PlayStation members.
All right, hold on. Sorry to get it off topic, but am I looking at a wall on your picture?
Oh, my camera, son.
yeah. I'm like, oh damn, this is an odd view. All right, yeah, that's much better. All right, then.
My bad.
I gotta ask you, how did you feel about that?
I'm sorry, the big homie here and there. How you like the show? How you like today's show, man?
I thought it was amazing. Like, it was everything I expected. I know a lot of Xbox got this thing with indies and a PS4, and it's like, if you really thought that you was gonna see just nothing but I mean, I wasn't expecting to just see all AAA games, but I saw enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was good. Like, I know as a PlayStation owner, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got AAA games to play all the way up until the summer into E3. You know what I'm saying? There are some indies and some free-to-play games, but y'all got this standard, like with Microsoft, they can give you mediocre, but the PlayStation has to give you all these great AAA games, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I saw the Twitter videos and people on Twitter talking about, it was, from the Xbox community, it was whack, it was this and it was that. But if you look what the PlayStation is offering you, spring and summer, and look what the Xbox is offering you, there's no comparison. The only thing the shitbox is offering you is fucking Scream Ride and fucking Ori and the Blind Forest. Like, y'all.
Hey, they got
hold on, I'm not finished. Y'all don't have shit coming.
There you go, Dan.
Y'all don't have shit coming into the fucking holiday. Like Microsoft got they got a history of that shit. They don't give you shit into the fucking holiday. Now, I mean, prove me wrong, but y'all don't have shit.
Sunday ticket.
But y'all don't have shit but Quantum fucking Break and that fucking Tomb Raider shit and that bullshit ass fucking Halo 5. That's the only fucking thing y'all got for fucking 2015.
They got
but hold on,
football.
I'm not finished, but y'all talk shit about PlayStation and the indies, but Ori and the Blind Forest, that look fucking amazing. Oh, Screen Grad, oh my fucking god. Man, come on, man. Like, that's all I gotta say. Y'all just a bunch of fucking just salty ass fanboys, man. But y'all go ahead. I'm done.
All right, Rise, go ahead, man. I know you wait.
No. That dude, that was funny because he kind of made himself upset on his own review of the PlayStation. I mean, like, I didn't even say, didn't nobody even have to say anything. You just had to talk about the PlayStation review. But that's cool. Like, but what I think the PlayStation thing was, it was mediocre. It was okay. It wasn't like, I didn't see it. I was watching it on Twitter. I was at work all day, so. I think now Street Fighter. People talking about the Order. Bloodborne looked dope. It looks okay. I think that was a Final Fantasy something. A couple of some indie games, but overall, was it a bad thing? It wasn't bad. They didn't like lose everybody. That's what I think of it. I think it was just okay. They didn't kill us with like drop dead exclusives. It was okay.
Yeah. And the thing is,
can I chime in?
Go ahead.
Okay. How many of everybody in this chat room bought Rise? And this might be a little bit off subject.
Rise to the Rome? I bought it.
Rise.
Yeah, I bought it.
I don't have it. It's
to this day,
Everybody day when I bought it November 29th.
Do you all think that's the best looking game on next gen?
No.
Yes.
To me,
that's available now. Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. There's moments when you're in Rise, when you're walking past trees, foliage, when you're walking past Rome, when you're in the Colosseum. There's moments when you're like on this beachfront in Britannia, which they call Britain now, that are just absolutely breathtaking. And people that haven't seen it, even PC fans now have seen it, are like, oh wow.
It's that good? You gotta run it on like
it's Crytek. It's Crytek. They do graphics.
Can I comment on that?
Go ahead.
Hold on. Marcus, finish the point so I can touch up on the PlayStation. My point of the PlayStation experience, because I want to get off.
But what I'm saying,
don't forget to ask me about it.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I bought Rise myself, and when I bought Rise, I didn't think, nor did it cross my mind that it was the best looking game on next gen. I think you all fanboys, the Xbox people, y'all only jumped on, Rise is the best looking game when it won that award. If it didn't win that award, y'all wouldn't have mentioned Rise being the best looking game.
Wait. You're going to have to check me and Rise and Grind's videos from back in like January and stuff like that when we were talking about Rise being the best looking game. So that was before they won the award. But we'll get back to this a little bit. I know something else is going to for this to come back up, but the whole thing about the PlayStation experience was that there was this build-up. First, when it first was talked about, it wasn't really super hype. It was just like, all right, they're having this thing in December, and then as time went, there was more build-up. Oh, this game's going to be announced, and just all this extra hype to the point, because at first I wasn't going to watch it. But after being in gaming battlegrounds and Bang Bang gamers and everybody's posting about it, I was like, all right, I gotta watch this since it's gonna us Xbox is supposed to be all salty after we see it. So my overview on it was like, okay, it was impressive. If you guys watch all the other conferences, I don't know how many of you guys watch E3 or Gamescom, but E3 and Gamescom, I thought
E3
Sony's
was really
conference
boring.
at those shows were trash and they dropped the ball. But when I seen this, I was like, okay, cool. This is what I should have seen at E3. Reason why to me it wasn't like, oh damn, like I gotta get a PlayStation 4 now, because I didn't see anything new. I just got a reminder of a bunch of games that was announced all year round. You know what I mean? The only thing that would be new or surprising would be the Street Fighter news, which kind of leaked the day prior. So
I gotta ask you, how do you feel about that?
I'll get to that in a moment.
We'll get to that. That's a
But,
huge topic. We'll get to that.
But
That's
as for
pretty
like,
big.
as for the game, like Ryan said, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. They put on a good show. I like what they had to show. There's 3 games I'm looking forward to, which the games I've always been looking forward to, which would be The Order, Bloodborne, and this game called Forest, which looks like a horror version of Far Cry to me. Those were the games I'm looking forward to. Everything else, they can miss me with it. I can care less what console comes on. But to answer Sammy and Dan's question about Street Fighter,
What about me?
Honestly, I could care less that there's another Street Fighter and that is not coming to Xbox.
Why do you care less? Because that's a pretty.
Because a lot of people. This is the thing is, honestly,
it's a pretty big game, and the only game it doesn't come out on is the Wii. Like the only thing it doesn't come out on is Wii U and Xbox One.
yeah. But the thing is, if it
That's
even
a
if
big
it did,
game.
because this is what I have to ask myself: if it came out on the Xbox One, will I still buy it? No. I haven't bought not one Street Fighter for the Xbox 360. I haven't bought the last Street Fighter I owned was on the PS2, and the last Street Fighter I actually enjoyed was on Super Nintendo. So honestly, I haven't bought a fighting game like Killer Instinct is the only really fighting game. Before
Right.
Killer Instinct, the last
here's
fighting
the-
game I
but
bought was Dead or Alive.
The thing is, though,
4.
that's a really big game that a lot of other people play, and that's probably one of the showcase games at EVO. And the fact that it's not on Xbox is pretty big.
Well, it'll be big if it's
Like
in
I
Japan.
think that was pretty. I thought that was pretty crazy.
In
That's-
Japan, yeah, they're gonna go nuts. But I don't think,
lot
like,
of-
honestly, I can walk to. I guarantee you, if I walk up to 100 people who doesn't own an next-gen console, I was like, hey, will you buy a PlayStation 4 to play Street Fighter?
Yeah, but
Street Fighter 5.
you can rig polls easily. A lot of people do it in other things.
No, just ask
But I'm
100
saying the
random
general
people.
consensus of people that play fighting games, they would say that Street Fighter is one of the standards.
Well,
And the fact that it's not on Xbox is pretty damning.
it's
That's
not.
all I wanted to
I
say.
don't. The thing is, I don't think it's a big deal. Like I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not a big deal only because it's.
How is it a big deal
hardcore.
but not a big deal? It's a big
Because
deal.
it's a big deal.
game. It's a game that people buy.
It's a big deal.
And it's not on Xbox.
It's a big deal, like, for example, instances for where games like that are big, huge, like the Japan market, they're going to feast on that. That's where it becomes a big deal. The hardcore fighting games, for people who join leagues for fighting games, yes, it becomes a big deal. But in the casual market, in the casual stance, it's not a big deal. Like, for example, when people make it, oh, racing's not a big deal. Oh, nobody buys racer games.
Yeah,
You can say the same thing about fighting games. Nobody buys fighting games like that.
All right, could I say something about that?
You're like
What?
discounting Street Fighter, and I just think it's kind of
Well,
ridiculous.
look at all the other options that's there. You got Mortal Kombat, you got Tekken, you
Yeah,
got
but
Dead or Alive.
these are
you got
not
Killer
these
Instinct.
are not
There's
games.
out there for you. Street Fighter isn't that
These are not
game.
games that are big as Street Fighter.
Dude, you know how many Street Fighter 4s came out in the last 3 years?
26
doesn't
of them.
matter.
So
It
imagine
doesn't
what's gonna happen
matter.
with Street
This
Fighter,
is a,
even though we
this is the
Xbox
standard of
and
fighting
Wii-
games, and you don't get it.
Imagine, all right, even
You're
though
not getting that
Xbox
game.
and Nintendo players may
they're
not
not
get the
getting
original
Tomb
Street
Raider.
Fighter 5, they will get Ultra Street Fighter 5 or Alpha Street Fighter 5. They'll get one of them bitches.
Yeah, I don't know about
But
that.
see, from the standpoint of you can't just cancel out Street Fighter 5 and say, oh, it's not major. No, because it was Ultra Street Fighter 4 was accepted by the Xbox community. So you can't just say, okay, we go crazy over Ultra Street Fighter 4 and oh, the hell with Street Fighter 5. No, just admit it. You're not getting Street Fighter 5. You feel some type of way. That's why you backdrop and you're saying, oh, well, Killer Instinct did. Killer Instinct is a free game, but is not nothing to really talk about.
Nobody really.
It's not gonna be in the same subject as Mortal Kombat 10, and when that comes out, it's not gonna be anywhere near Ultra Street Fighter 4, and that's a 2-year-old game. It's not gonna be anywhere near Street Fighter 5, and that's coming out. Nobody knows.
All right, you rock. Let me hear you, man.
Man, wow. I've been waiting like a bum in a methadone clinic. I get to speak now? Well, anyway, let me say my piece about all these subjects. First of all, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, PlayStation fans. You got your gifts early, but guess what? E-Rock8150, as usual, is here to put coal in your stockings. Now, I've seen the PlayStation experience, and I gotta admit, I was very impressed. PlayStation actually brought it. Compared to their E3 and their Tokyo Game Show, PlayStation brought it. They had a format, and they had games. There was only one problem, only one major problem. A lot of the games were not very impressive. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm still waiting to take my $400 to a retailer, Best Buys or GameSpot. I'm still waiting to purchase a PlayStation 4. And what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for Sony Santa Monica and PlayStation to spend that money and use that graphical power inside the PS4 to give me God of War 4. Now, I saw Uncharted. Now, let me finish, guys.
Announced God of War. Oh, sorry. I think they announced God of War.
We were going to let everybody speak.
Sorry.
That's all right, man. You know me and you cool, bro. I saw Uncharted 4, Drake's finish or whatever it is, and I was expecting more. Guys, we gotta admit, for a PlayStation 4 game, Uncharted 4, Drake's End looked underwhelming. It looked
Stop
like it
reaching.
was. Can I
Stop
finish,
reaching.
guys? You're not.
Go ahead.
Let me finish, guys. It looks literally like it's running off of a last generation engine. And then during the demo, Drake decides to go skydiving. What the hell happened? So I'm waiting, and finally, they showed the Order 1886. We are waiting with bated breath for this game, and it looks nothing like the cutscenes they showed at E3. It looks good, but it looks nothing like the cutscenes they showed at E3. I saw No Man's Sky, I think it's called. Very interesting game. Nothing too impressive. Then the big announcement.
Whoa. You don't think that game's impressive?
Here we go, Dan. Everybody had a chance to speak. Now let me speak.
I don't know. That game's pretty damn big.
Well, can I
Especially
speak?
for an indie
Well, can I
game.
speak? Can I speak, Sad? All right. We finally get to Street Fighter 4, and everybody's making a big hoopla about Street Fighter 4. And let's get one thing straight, Xbox fans. Street Fighter 4 is a huge game, and I was the first one to go on Bang Bang Next Gen Games site and say, kudos to PlayStation for finally securing an exclusive. But guys, as huge as Street Fighter 4 is, it's Street Fighter 4. Xbox fans, you have enough games in 2015, 2016.
Street Fighter 4 came out in 2009.
You're talking
about, you mean Street Fighter 5, right?
Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 26, Whoever's Revenge. Let me finish my damn
I don't know,
thesis
you
here.
just kept saying Street Fighter 4.
Well,
All
they're
right.
getting both of them.
Let me finish. Dude, listen. Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5 is a big title, but Xbox guys, you have enough exclusive. You got enough games to play in 2015 and 2016. Who has this much time to play games except a 12-year-old Asian kid? Let PlayStation 4 have Street Fighter 5. You've got Killer Instinct Season 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's move on. But getting back to the PlayStation experience.
Sounds like damage control to me, man.
Why don't you damage control these? Listen, I was expecting.
These what?
I was expecting the PlayStation experience to show me something that showed me this 50% more power that the PS4 supposedly has, and I didn't see it. It was a great conference. It was better than their E3, but I found it underwhelming. That's just my opinion on it. Underwhelming. And as far as Street Fighter 4, kudos to you, Sony. Kudos to you for finally digging in your pocket and securing an exclusive. Next subject.
All right, can I say something? I mean, go ahead, Kismo.
I was going to see if anybody else had this.
All right, as far as
I got something to say.
Hold on, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Uncharted look motherfucking amazing. Like, I don't I don't understand you dudes. It's like, what is it that you like?
Is
like
this big homie?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is you like looking for? Like,
Big
the
homie.
game
Big homie, be real.
Hold on. The game looks fucking good. It's the best fucking look. Hold on, it looks better than Quantum Break shit.
Not what?
Yes.
Exactly.
It looks
big
better.
big homie. You're not allowed to come to this podcast high.
Whatever.
We told you.
Crisis 3 on PC
Hold on,
is
not
better
finished.
than both of those games anyway.
Hold on, but going back to Rise looks good, but don't get it twisted. I played Rise. The cutscenes look fucking amazing, but the actual gameplay looks average. It's okay.
What?
Yes, the gameplay when you're actually playing a game, it looks good, but the
It looks like a
cutscenes,
regular hack and slash
right?
game.
The cutscenes, what makes it look amazing. So let's not get twisted with getting the cutscenes mixed with the game and then trying to, oh, it's the best looking game. No, it's not. Infamous Second Son is the best fucking game I've seen.
Infamous Second Son does look good.
Yes, that's the best looking game I've seen on next gen consoles.
Well, I won't say it's the best, but it's right up there. I'll say Infamous Second Son and Rise are comparable as far as graphic fidelity. They set a benchmark. They set a standard that all the other games have to reach. That's why Uncharted 4 looked underwhelming.
You should probably take a look at some of the gameplay in 4K for Son of Rome on PC.
Here you go with your
really should.
bullshit.
Uncharted.
Who amongst us has a 4K
Hey, y'all, chill, real quick. Let me come finish what he's.
Like Uncharted looked fucking amazing to me. It's the best looking, like I say, it's the best game I've seen so far that's on these next gen consoles.
Big homie.
Hold on, I'm not finished, and that shit is not even finished. We still got like damn near a whole year. Go ahead.
Big homie, I know you're a PlayStation 4 fan, and you know I respect you, dog. But honestly, I was just playing a game that I didn't even want to buy until it was $20. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition has more sheen and polish than what I saw.
My God.
In Uncharted Force Defense,
$20 for a game that's $5.
And Uncharted, oh, here you go with your saving 99 cents on Steam bullshit.
Yo, man, I got that game like $5 like months ago, and it looks much better on my PC.
That's good for you, Game Thief. In Uncharted Force Defense, it might be an unfinished game. They might have showed us unfinished code. So, Xbox fans, chill for a second. They might have showed us unfinished code. But what they showed us was underwhelming. Come on, big homie.
I'm just saying, all the Xbox guys, for some coincidence, the conference underwhelmed. But that just let me know y'all just a bunch of dudes that sit around, eat fucking Doritos and drink Mountain Dew all day and marvel. And marvel over games like first-person shooters and fucking sports games. That's all the fuck I give a fuck about is fucking shooters and fucking sports games.
I haven't bought a shooter.
They're not even like good shooters.
You can say, I just give a damn about indies in the fucking anime. Like fucking.
Kid Smooth. Are you gonna let him talk about you like that? Don't take that, dude.
I don't drink Mountain Dew. I drink cream soda.
Hold on.
Rise, hold on. I ain't hear from Rise, and I know he's boiling inside. Come on, man. But I haven't heard from Rise in a little minute. So let's go.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff to cover, man. Y'all went through a lot. Let me start with the Street Fighter thing first. Right? Real talk though, Kid Smooth. I gotta side with the rest of the guys, man. Street Fighter is a big exclusive to have. It's Street Fighter, but at the same time, it's going to be a lot of Street Fighter. I mean, I don't know if they're going to come out with like they usually do with the Alpha, then Super Ultra, shit like that. But
Ultra Mega
securing Street Fighter is I tip my hats to
of course
to Sony for that one. That was actually that's actually a good move. But if that's their biggest exclusive to announce, it's just
And Roz, here's the kicker. When did they say? They said 2018. When's it coming out? 2018? This generation will be over in 2018.
I didn't see no shit like that.
I didn't see it. I mean, I seen 2018, but I don't know. I don't know.
That's a long time from now.
I don't know if that's true or not, but regardless of the time though, it is a big exclusive. Right. So I'm just gonna get them that. That's cool. I want to talk about that Uncharted, the way it looks, and I've been seeing screenshots, and I heard a lot of people saying it's underwhelming, but I want to say that if Uncharted, from what I've seen, if Uncharted goes against Lara Croft dog walking that motherfucker though, because I think it looks better. Tomb Raider looks way better than from what I've seen of Uncharted.
And Roz, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Tomb Raider.
But Tomb Raider could get a downgrade because Tomb Raider looked fucking amazing.
Here's the thing
I expect them to kind of downgrade that a little bit. And that's my thoughts, but. Uncharted. I'm sorry, but that shit did not look like overly good. Like it was average. You know what I mean? At best.
I mean, coming
So,
from y'all, I can expect that y'all salty.
And,
You know what I mean? So
and
it's
it's
all
something.
good.
no. I
Salty.
plan on playing Uncharted. I was saying
Hold
the
on,
video games
hold
awards
on,
yesterday. I'm like,
hold on.
man, just show me Uncharted. Just
I
show me
gotta, hold on, I
Uncharted.
gotta say this. I
Yeah,
gotta
what's
say
up?
this.
All right, go ahead, Big Homie. What you gotta say, bro?
Y'all the same motherfuckers. Oh, Sun Shit Overdrive looks so fucking amazing.
It did look
That-
good.
See, a game like that look good too, but a game like Uncharted don't look good. That's why I like y'all
Hey,
Xbox
what the
dudes,
fuck
y'all
is that in
fucking
the
up.
back?
Yeah, Kid Smooth, what's going on back there?
That's Sad Man Daniel. Shut that shit up, man.
Bro, hey, you gotta use that damn control room, bro.
But
Yeah, 'cause every time I click on something, my pop-up happens, and it makes it even that much longer. This computer about going to garbage at the end of the night.
but that's what y'all do. Like
Oh,
anything
man.
from the Sony, oh, it's okay, it's alright. But Microsoft, oh my god, like I played Sun Shit Overdrive. That shit looks trash. It plays like trash. It's fucking garbage. But oh, that's the game of the year. It looks fucking amazing. So like, you know what I mean?
We would expect that kind of propaganda from a Sony fan. That's a great game, Sunset
That's-
Overdrive.
Hey,
It's
hey.
bright and colorful. It's running on a new engine.
It looks good, right? It looks amazing, right?
It looks pretty damn good.
It looks.
Could I say something on that subject?
Thousands of monsters on screen at once.
Yeah, go ahead, Marcus.
If I'm correct, y'all showed Quantum Break not too long ago, and Quantum Break looked like 10 steps down from what they were showing at first.
Yes,
But
it does.
y'all was like, listen, but y'all was like, oh, Quantum Break looks good as hell. Looks like this. Cut all the fanboy shit out. Quantum Break is not the best looking
Marcus.
game out there.
It looks
Right.
great
Colorblind.
on TV that they were showing. the
You can
teasers
barely
on.
see. Barely. That dude colorblind for saying some shit like
Let
that.
me
Hold
answer
on.
You serious?
Hold
Oh
on.
my god, let me
Hold
answer
on.
this
Xbox
please if the
One.
damn finish
Quantum Break is not the best looking game out there. Every time a game comes out for Xbox, it's game of the year and it looks the best.
Exactly.
But a game comes out for PS4, oh, it's dog shit and it runs like bullshit.
It's okay. I won't lose sleep.
Like, come
over
on,
Street
which one is it?
Fighter V.
You guys say the same thing. The same can be said on the other side. Look at
No,
the big
not
homie just
really.
downed
I
every
bought
Xbox
all these games
exclusive
I'm
to
talking
every
about.
podcast we had. Like, come on.
I'll be
I
honest
bought-
with you, man.
I bought every Xbox exclusive. I'm not one of these people that's gonna talk about Sunset Overdrive and not played it. I played it. Sunset Overdrive was a mediocre, overhyped game.
Oh my god, man.
Is that
Master
Marcus
Dips.
Martinez?
Yes, Master Dips collection was a mediocre game.
It was bullshit. Like you couldn't even
Marcus
get online with
Martinez.
this shit.
Let me
All right,
guess what
I-
your,
I
let me guess
got-
what your game of the year was. Drive Club.
No.
Calm
Nope.
down, console babbies. Okay, calm down.
I'm
What-
legally
what's
blind.
your, listen to you. What's your beef, Sad?
Mommy, I love you. Hold it down.
Calm down, console babbies.
we will say this about Quantum Break. Even though that creative director, Sam Lake, sounds like he's from Transylvania and you can't understand a fucking thing he's saying,
Go ahead.
Quantum Break came out looking pretty close to that original concept video. It came out looking pretty close.
It's right on the
Don't
No,
PC.
it didn't. No,
It's
it did not.
Hold on.
It was
hold on.
visual
God.
downgrade
It's
as
running-
big as
hold
fucking
on.
Watch Dogs.
It's
Don't
running on the
lie.
fucking PC anyway, so it don't
All right,
fucking
Sad.
matter.
All right, Sad.
Can
now
we
you-
do it
now-
side by side with Quantum Break and Infamous Second Son?
Oh yeah, please.
Please, somebody do it. Because I guarantee you,
Why am I the only
Infamous
one
Second
that's
Son
getting
look
it?
better.
What is this?
Hold on. Can I say something? The reason why you fucking Xbox go crazy over that Quantum Break because they show the same exact shit, time manipulation. Like, don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Every time they show the game, it's time manipulation. That's it. That
Yo.
game looks like
like
fucking
the
garbage,
If that
dog.
shit, if
Yeah.
that shit,
Hey,
if
wait,
that,
hold on.
if that shit
Hey,
was on
Big Homie.
PS4, you guys would
Nope.
say bring out the
course.
soft trucks, bring out the soft trucks if it was a PS4 exclusive. So come on, I want to hear that shit. Like, come on,
Look,
just
look at our
appreciate
new game. Suck
the
it,
game.
Xbox.
Like, you know what I mean? Nobody said like games like Infamous looked bad. Nobody said like freaking like
Y'all downplay it though.
stuff
Y'all
bad.
down.
It's not
It's a downgrade.
down.
Exactly.
It's a
Exactly.
downgrade.
It's leveling it out because you guys overhype it and we put the bar to where it needs to be.
Oh,
So,
come
for
on.
example,
Not really. Not really.
Hold on, calm down.
Y'all
Calm down.
overhyped.
My take on Infamous, right? Infamous is a good-looking game. The thing about Infamous that
Very
just
good
bothered
looking.
me that it's an open world game. It's considered an open world game, right? But there's barely nobody walking around in that bitch.
Hold on, Cash.
Do you have this game?
Do you even play this
I
game?
just about to ask him. No,
This is another game you're criticizing that you don't have.
All right, let me criticize it then.
Well,
Thank
it's
you,
not even
bro.
that.
Go
I haven't
ahead.
even played it.
Let me criticize it. I'm sorry. Infamous looks damn good.
Yes, it does.
It definitely looks like a good game, but come on now. If you compare it to Quantum Break, that's two different concept art right there, bro. That's a tough one right there.
It's two different Quantum Breaks you got to compare it to. You have to compare it to the gameplay Quantum Break or the cutscene Quantum Break. Y'all are comparing it to the cutscene Quantum Break, which is total bullshit.
Let Quantum Break,
Uncharted don't look like this, but you comparing cutscene
release and
to a gameplay.
discussion. But right now, Quantum Break ain't out, so we can't really talk about it, man. I mean, and then if we do, then it definitely. I mean, I say they equal. To be honest, I don't see it.
What?
They equal. They both.
hell.
As it looks, correct?
Nah.
As it looks, correct?
Yeah. They equal.
Because Quantum Break
They equal
Quantum
to
Break
each
was
other.
good.
I'm sorry, big homie, but you being one of those Sony drones, bro.
No.
I mean, you're supposed to be the dude that's no for real talk. You're supposed to be the dude like you talking like you like you know what I'm saying, you unbiased, but you showing
Be honest.
straight bias to that PlayStation, bro. No. Me and you
Whole time. It's just Sony drones and Xbox.
Hold on, no.
Yeah, I know. Every time I say, like, it feel like can't nothing be as good as Sony. If you say otherwise, then you a fucking Xbot. I hate that shit, man. That's why
Who just spoke? Who just spoke? Who was that
That's
speaking
me.
just now?
That's
Big
me.
homie. Big homie, here's the problem. And sooner or later, we're going to get on the subject of Sony's 20th anniversary, which is huge because, once again, as I've always said, we all have owned a PlayStation. But Crap Gamer, the infamous Crap Gamer, said something that was so accurate in one of his videos.
That boy wrong as hell. I can't believe that boy. Wrong as
Can I
hell.
finish? You Sony fans are living in the past. You guys are living in the past, man. You're living in the past of what Sony used to be, not what they are now.
Y'all living in the
Sony
past
used to be
depending
great.
on Halo.
Exactly. Halo and Gears.
Y'all living in the past depending on Halo, and Halo had a dog shit release, just like what's it, Drive Club. Y'all don't even want to admit that Halo was a remaster.
I think you're all living in the past. All your games have been fucking remastered.
Wait, hold on.
This whole conversation.
Last of Us, Master Chief.
Everybody, hold on. Hold on.
This whole conversation just spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we're going with this. How the fuck did Master Chief Collection get involved? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Because
it's
y'all
every
just
attempt to
mentioned
attack an
y'all
Xbox
just
game.
mentioned living in the
Oh,
past.
yeah, it's Halo.
And what's more baffling is why is the PC guy telling us we don't have any games? What are you playing?
You don't have
Sam?
any games.
World of Warcraft.
What are you playing? What are you playing this week, Sam?
What am I playing? I'm playing
what game have you stolen?
Insurgency.
Did you steal that or did you buy it?
No, I bought it.
Tell the
Wait,
truth.
no. It was free on Humble Bundle.
Oh,
So
good.
we-
Because there's a lot of games you get for free.
We can all
Give me a
admit the PlayStation experience day one was okay.
Was hot.
So
No,
what
that
about
shit
the
was
video?
amazing.
No, was fire.
You guys don't even get any
Was
good
fire with a few mishaps.
Fire would be Drake's your biggest freaking game falling through a glitch on reveal. Come on.
He was skydiving.
Here, let me tell you something about Uncharted. You want to know what Uncharted is?
It's a fucking work in
Tomb
progress,
Raider.
dog.
It's fucking Tomb Raider without boobs. So it's garbage.
No, because that Tomb Raider was good. Tomb Raider was a real good game.
Very good.
Yeah,
Tomb Raider was a real good game.
Tomb Raider
That
caught my surprise.
actually, yeah.
It's like
That was a good
$3.99
game.
on Steam. Someone should go buy it if they
Oh
haven't
my
played
goodness. Here we go.
All
What
right,
is it,
so
20 cents
what
on
about
Steam?
what about the video game awards? Who watched that?
it. Nobody.
I watched it. I watched it.
It was
I
whack.
probably will never watch a video game awards
I'm with you,
again
Kid Smooth. That shit was whack.
because I think the video game awards is a joke, man. I don't know what's worse, the VMAs or the VGAs, man. Like it was like I don't like how a game can
Everybody,
come out.
we have a new challenger arriving.
What's up? It's just shout out to Broken Games for just joining in. Happy to see you can make it. But the video game, the thing that bothered me was some of the games that like they actually won. There were like 2 games that won that had been out for like a week and a half. Like, and I'm like, how did they win Game of the Year?
Well, Kid Smoke, I gotta keep it
They're
real
good.
with
They're
you.
good.
Somebody's TV is too loud. Turn it down.
Kid
Please.
Smoke, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Dragon Age deserved that fucking game.
Hey,
Yeah.
big homie,
I
can you
agree.
turn your
I
TV
agree.
down,
I
please?
agree.
That's not my TV, dog.
Somebody turn their TV down.
But I think I told you that, Kid
That might
Smoke.
be me.
Real talk.
But Kid Smoke, I told you that shit. I said Dragon Age is gonna end up getting Game of the Year.
Yeah,
Like, that was a
you
good-ass
told me
game.
that. No, I mean, I thought I was going to Shadow of Mordor's or Bayonetta or something like that,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen. And I think
Yeah, swim all around.
I think Mario Kart won in spite of Forza being an Xbox game. That's of the best racer, and then Far Cry winning best shooter. I think was won in spite because Titanfall was only on Xbox. If Titanfall was on PS4 as well, it would have won. But
Nah,
No,
that,
no, not at all.
Only on the
Not at
Wii.
all.
Titanfall was a piece of
How
shit.
do you figure
like,
that one?
I'm sorry.
Titanfall was a piece
How
of
do you
shit.
figure? How do you figure only because it's on Xbox? Maybe it's just that Mario.
Because
Kart's just a better
honestly,
game.
personally, and we don't even. I don't want to make this whole podcast about this. It's just my 2 cents. I just feel like the media just have it out against Xbox. You know what I mean?
Oh my
I
God.
Why would they do that?
That's
Dude,
that salt.
Here, you gotta understand, like,
Dan, that's the
it's
salt.
not 2013 anymore. You know, it's not cool to hate Microsoft like it was a year ago. So I'm just saying, like,
That's
I don't
the
think
salt.
the media has it out for Microsoft.
That's the fucking salt. They salty.
That's not salt. That's
That
just
is.
that's just.
Y'all
feel-
sensitive.
It's
Y'all
damage
butthurt.
control, and you're
I can-
carrying.
Can
That's
somebody
butthurt.
define salt? What is salt? Is it
That's butthurt.
anger? Is it jealousy? What is salt? Because I get called salty for saying
Anger.
congrats.
It's a mineral used
jealousy.
to preserve meat and other things.
Thanks for getting technical and hardcore with us, sad. Listen, guys,
I don't know.
Xbox
Some people
fans,
honestly don't know what salt is.
everybody getting upset about this video game awards show that happened this past weekend, and the even worse atrocity, the Spike Video Game Awards. These video game award shows are voted on by a small committee. These folks are casual gamers. They maybe play games about 2 hours a week. Do not get offended because a game from your console did not win Game of the Year. Those game awards do not matter. They're great for exposure. They're great for the developers to come up there and maybe accept an award for their hard work. But do not get upset because Forza Horizon 2 did not win Racing Game of the Year. I mean, it was obvious when you put Forza Horizon 2, which is magnificent, up against Mario. I'm sure there's more people that have played Mario
Can't
Kart.
beat Mario Kart,
You can't,
man.
you forget about it. Forget about
Can't.
it. Don't,
Too
yeah,
late to
don't,
lose.
yeah.
Can't beat
Just
Mario Kart.
Don't take it personally,
Fuck
Xbox
were you
fans.
thinking?
Yeah.
All right, you back?
What's our next subject?
Hold on. BG, you can hear me?
Ain't just
Yeah, I can hear
broken
you.
games.
All right. Hold on, we just want to backtrack for a moment. I want to get your. I don't know if you made a video. You might have. I don't know if you made a video, but what's your opinion on the PlayStation experience that just happened today, day one?
The PlayStation experience, I haven't got to watch it yet. I only saw like the first 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, you ain't missed much. But other than the Street Fighter news, which I'm sure you heard of, the Video Game Awards.
I didn't. Actually, I watched it while I was at work. Yeah. I thought it was. I thought it was pretty good, and much better than the other ones. I saw people saying it was complete crap. I'm like, did we watch the same show? It was well structured. It was professional. It was well presented, and I don't understand what was the problem. It wasn't like any stupid awkward moments in it, like a couple, but that's granted. There weren't any stupid anything. There wasn't anything forced. You had your typical performances that most people didn't care about, and some of the performances were actually good. So this is like a good show. It was a good show to me. I didn't see what people's problem was.
Yeah.
Well, the big feedback that I got was that there wasn't a strong. Oh, here we go. There wasn't a strong Broken Games. There wasn't a strong Microsoft presence. A lot of folks were saying, how can a game win Game of the Year that just came out 3 weeks ago? completely negating the fact that there were several
Well-
more months to this year. You know, those were most of the
Well,
complaints.
the industry. I mean, I don't know exactly what time exactly has to do that much with it. I mean, because the industry gets the games weeks before we do. So Dragon Age came out, what, 2 weeks before, 2 weeks for us ago, something
Right.
like that. So the industry had it like 2 weeks before that, so they had at least a month, I would say.
Okay.
What's good, Daria?
What's happening? What's happening? I just came in here because I'm the big old Grinch. You know what I'm saying? That stole Christmas.
Now who is this?
The realest nigga alive. Don't worry about it though.
All right. Okay.
That was quite a title there.
Hey, well, we're glad you're here. Listen, Broken Games, don't be fended off by this podcast, man. These guys in here are hardcore. This is what they
He's
do.
been in this podcast a couple times.
Oh, has he?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
let me go ahead and get the rocks off. PlayStation conference was good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to PlayStation. They had a hell of a conference. I'm not gonna knock their conference. That shit was dope from what they did. Now I'm not into all that kooky quirky games type of shit. So to be honest, that game is. I mean, there's a whole bunch of games in there that I really like, and it's making me go get a PlayStation, right now, as of now. But if you really think about it, though, there's a lot of stuff on the Xbox side that they really underperformed this year. Facts, they underperformed. There's games out there, all their exclusives really have been almost subpar to me.
Nigga, we talk. Hey, what you think of PlayStation experience? Bro?
Okay. Go at the PlayStation Experience. PlayStation Experience. It was a really cool, dope show. They didn't have Sean Layton out there hanging his head down. No, it wasn't none of that. It was a clean press conference.
Wait a minute. What do you mean subpar?
You talking about as far as the Xbox exclusive?
Darius slowly
No,
transforming into a
let's-
pony.
No, he just keeping. No,
You mean subpar? Like
I'm
you mean
just keeping it
subpar, like-
100, bro. All I
You
have is
keeping
an
it 50.
Xbox. All I have-
You about to
all
be
I have
at
is
negative
an
100.
You mean
All I
subpar?
have
Like
is an Xbox. So how am I keeping it 50?
Hey,
This is
Darius.
100%.
Hey, Darius,
Period.
hey, Darius, hey, can I ask you on this question?
What's happening, bro?
How did you like that Uncharted demo? Because they
That
saying
shit
that it
look
was.
dope.
Thank you.
That
Thank
shit
you.
look
Thank
dope.
you. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Can you see the
It
glitch?
did.
oh my God.
No.
Thank you.
Minus the glitch. Minus the glitch. That shit looked at A1.
How
There's
does that-
nothing bad you can say about that. Yo.
What about the part when he went skydiving?
It's
That
a
was
work in
good, too?
progress, dude.
This shit
What are you
look,
saying?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. This shit look
Oh
dope.
my God.
All right.
News on the Last
Darius said
Guardian.
it looks
Do
dope,
we
so
have a
that
Last
shit
Guardian
guaranteed for Game of the Year in 2015.
sighting? I
So,
just
all
like to
right.
know.
What else? What else we got, E-Rock?
Oh man. Well, first thing first. Even though I'm an Xbot and I'm biased and I'm the devil like Crap Gamer and Next Gen 720.
Don't mention them faggots, dog.
Man.
Shots fired.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Shots
You
fired.
better watch it.
Next gen.
What shot so bad?
They're gonna find you knocked
Crap
out
gamer.
outside a Radio Shack.
Yeah,
Listen,
the big homie
Oh.
love said fuck you, next gen, the fucking crap gamer.
guys,
They're not even. They don't even make real videos. Don't even
this
mention
is-
them, please.
This
Yeah,
is.
I
This
mean,
is.
they're not in this podcast. I don't even like really. Like,
This is the 20th anniversary of the launch of the PlayStation brand, and even though I'm a huge Xbox supporter, I've owned all three PlayStation consoles. I've been a PlayStation console owner since 1996, and it is very important for us as gamers. Just like when I did my first podcast here with Kid Smooth, I talked about giving a shout out to the Xbox team. Somebody stop that noise in the background. We need to give out a shout out to PlayStation. Xbox fans, don't go crazy. I'm not changing allegiances, but we need to give a shout out to PlayStation because before Xbox, there was PlayStation, and other than Sega, PlayStation is the reason why we are all gamers. So, I mean, congratulations on 20 years, PlayStation. Congratulations on reaching that milestone. And you got to give them props. You got to give them props. They've been around 20 years, and let's celebrate.
Hold on.
All right, let's move on.
Celebrate what?
Wait,
White folks today.
I have to follow up on E-Rock. You know,
I
what
ain't
mean?
trying to
Honestly, I probably could have did well without PlayStation. The first console I actually picked up was a Super Nintendo. Nintendo's been around longer, so
Yeah, of course.
hell, I'll give Sony a shout out once they send me that damn limited edition anniversary PlayStation. They can have all the shout they want.
You gotta buy that.
Isn't that like stuck in Europe? You can only get that in Europe.
Kid not even giving the props.
Nah, it's not only
Like,
in Europe.
yo, like, to be honest with you, PlayStation has came out with some damn good exclusives.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
Look at the 20 years of PlayStation, man. They came out with some hell of a games.
Parappa the
bro.
Rapper.
Parappa the Rapper. They had, yo, that Resident Evil though.
Ridge
like,
Racer.
That shit was just. I mean, there's
What
classic
Resident Evil?
games.
Hey, can I? Hold on.
Gran
Can somebody-
Turismo.
hold on.
This bitch just turned to the
Hold on. Can
Sony.
somebody
It's
please?
like some kind of like
No, I'm
giant
saying, can
shit
somebody?
pod
Hold on.
of
Can
talking
somebody in
now.
this podcast please tell me like what is it that I can look forward on the Xbox One in the for the spring and summer?
For
Oh
this-
God, here we go again.
this spring and summer?
Hold on,
I'm just
okay.
asking.
Here's the
No,
thing. Here's the thing.
I'm
Here,
asking
hold
an
on.
honest question.
It's all right. You have games coming out in the spring, like February and March, and for it's fair, you know they were supposed to come out maybe last year or this year, but they got delayed. Just because we don't have the dates for some of the games that's coming to the Xbox One does not mean they're not coming. Next month, freaking they could drop dates out the ass, and then you can ask the same question, and I can give you an answer for you. But there's games coming in 2015, but there's games we don't know. There's a bunch of unannounced games. There's a bunch of announced games that haven't received dates yet. Doesn't just because they didn't say this game is coming out on so and such date doesn't mean it's not coming. You know what I mean? You're able to
for all
say this.
intents and
You're
purposes,
just using.
it just means to be announced.
No. The reason why I asked that because y'all always going about the Xbox has so many games and the PlayStation don't have no games. I mean, I know on the PlayStation, I mean they got like a lot of shit to offer me.
Well, the PlayStation doesn't have anything
PlayStation
that's going to come out this fall. That's all. They got something coming out early next year, which
A lot
is
of games, yo. PlayStation has a lot of games, but they don't have some games that people like to play. Like I said, all that kooky corky shit, the indie shit, niggas don't really feel that shit.
Don't-
You're not
don't-
you're not gonna play Hokum?
Don't worry, guys.
I just
Metal
don't know,
Gear
bro.
Solid 5 and Final Fantasy will save us all.
What the hell are you
But speaking
talking
of Final
about, Sam?
Fantasy, anybody
Those
how's
games
everybody
will
feeling
save
about
gaming
the
forever.
Wait, hold on, this is important. Final Fantasy 7 is getting like a direct port on the PS4, not a remaster, not a just a direct port. How does
They don't
anybody
even
feel
need
about
to
that?
They don't even.
I
How many
wanted- I
ports
wanted
have
to
they
sh-
made of this game already?
I wanted to shut down my computer when he said that because why would you if it was if you're gonna do a direct port like that and we're gonna have block characters again, then you should have just thrown it on the PlayStation Network and just shut your mouth about it and let it be a surprise or something.
They try to sell you on
Shouldn't have not
nostalgia.
announced it. Because that was a disgrace. I was expecting the way they set it up. I was expecting them to say, "Oh, here's how it looks now." No, we're still gonna get the same clunky characters.
You can run it
It
like
was
in
crazy.
1080p on like your computer. I'm pretty sure like
Is
that
it gonna
game-
run
1080
1080p?
1080p is not gonna change them block characters though.
Yeah.
It'll
Them
make it
block
look better.
characters gonna look like no, it's not.
Go look at Halo 2 on the original Xbox and on
No,
PC.
see that's
and they look
different.
it's
no.
like night and day. So why
No.
wouldn't it be any different on this?
You're talking about 1080p to block characters? What is that gonna do? Just change the color?
I don't think it's a direct port like
Make
this. I think
the
it's a
blocks look sharper.
remastered.
Exactly.
It's not remastered.
Exactly.
But yeah, so this is direct port. Yo, Broken Games, how do you feel about that? I don't know if you in the Final
That's a
Fantasy.
disgrace.
Broken Games. I think his internet is fucking up.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
Blizzard Squad got him.
I had to do.
That was a good one, Sam.
Yo, honestly, if Blizzard Squad shut down Xbox Live on Christmas Day, I might go on an FBI hunt myself and shoot them down. Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Don't worry, Anonymous is already gonna go after them.
But
They already
Kid
made
Smooth.
like a
But
statement
Kid
video.
Smooth. Kid, where you at, Kid?
What's up?
Oh, you still there? Listen, man, I know we go back and forth with these PlayStation fans, these ponies, these hoof clickers, these Sony drones, but you were a PlayStation gamer once. I mean, you surely have some good memories about PlayStation.
Yeah, I chose PlayStation over Xbox. During the Xbox, like when they first came out, I chose the PlayStation because I was afraid of the Xbox. Honestly, the shit was too big, and I was like, oh shit, I ain't gonna know how to play this.
We were all
And-
afraid of it. Yeah.
And PlayStation had SmackDown, and back then I only played PlayStation for two games. SmackDown. No, there was 4 games that was in my rotation: SmackDown, The Getaway, and Ratchet and Clank.
And the reason why we
You actually
talking
played the
about
Getaway?
Yeah, The Getaway was my favorite
The
game. I
Get-
used to say that game was better than
The
Grand Theft
Getaway
Auto.
looked fantastic. The
I
Getaway
used
looked
to I used to
fantastic.
be in school.
I
in
couldn't
seventh-
stand
remember-
how the
No people
controls
are on
worked in the
drugs.
Getaway.
They say Getaway is better than Grand Theft
Yeah,
Auto.
it was 7th or 8th grade. I used to tell people I was like, The Getaway's better than Grand Theft Auto. The only thing is
Man,
they
all my
speak
friends
in,
would have
like,
fucking
their-
laughed
ain't
at
like
you,
the
dude.
accents, but the
You would have
graphically.
been like the side crackhead, bro.
Dude, like everybody would have just laughed you out of the room.
You
Kid
listen
Smooth
to-
was young then. You got
You
excuse him. He was young then.
you listen to me, you Sony drones, you hoof clickers. I was playing PlayStation before you guys were born. I remember in 1996, PlayStation.
Most of
back
us
when-
born in the 80s.
Dude, I was born way before that shit.
Nigga, how old are
Let me
you?
finish.
I had a PlayStation 1, okay?
Hey,
Listen,
hey,
guys,
that nigga was born in the
guys.
60s, man.
Yo, like, say like something like, I played the Famicom before like you niggas was born.
You wasn't born 20 years
I
ago.
remember-
That nigga E-Rock was
No
born in the
problem
He
being
was
60s.
playing,
nigga.
E-Rock be playing the Magnavox Odyssey before we were all born. That's what he really trying
I
to say.
remember fall
You gotta go over there to the bank.
Fall 1996, PlayStation, back when they were ridiculously cool, back when that was the cool clique to be a part of. They had the balls during the Crash Bandicoot commercials to send Crash Bandicoot in a truck with a megaphone outside of Nintendo headquarters calling out Mario. So I'm watching this shit. I'm like, what? Are these guys crazy? I ran out and bought a PlayStation. I mean, it was a different era back then, man. If you guys missed the original PlayStation, I feel bad for you, man. I mean, Ridge Racer, Crash Bandicoot, and that's
To be
why.
honest, I wish I had a
Nigga,
Nintendo.
PS1 and PS2 like rule, dog. That's what it is, bro.
You can't even
PS1,
argue that.
PS2 rule.
You can't even argue that. They
But the
had-
PS4,
I don't know. When I saw
But
my
the
first
PS4 is gonna do the
original
same fucking
Xbox,
shit. What is
that
already
blew me
doing?
away.
Huh? What you,
Oh, hold on. The
What'd you say?
PS4. I'm sorry. If you compare the generation, PS4 ain't got shit on the PS2 during this time.
Oh, because PS2 had
PS2
all games.
Everyone had
was a
PS2.
monster.
PS1 and
was a
PS2
monster.
almost had all the games.
Now, real talk though. I mean, which one's the fastest selling? Like, you know what I'm saying? The PS4 or the PS2?
Sales.
But no,
PS2.
none of the consoles will ever sell as much the PS2 end up selling.
No, I'm asking which one is the fastest selling. You know what I mean?
It's probably a PS4. It's gotta be.
Oh.
No, it's the PS2.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Everybody had a PS2.
Because
Everybody had a PS2.
Yeah.
Everybody did. And
I had my
if
PS2.
anything
You
sold
had a big
faster
section.
than that, it was probably the Wii. I'd probably say the Wii is the fastest.
Man, no,
Anybody-
look at the red dot.
Even
Anybody's
grandma had a
PlayStation,
Wii.
anybody's PlayStation 2
Walk
couldn't
over
read
there.
the
What you
blue
think?
disc
Walk.
games anymore?
Say what?
Remember when, like, my PlayStation 2 stopped reading games that had blue discs, the blue disc ones?
Yeah.
Wow, your
That-
PlayStation was fucking up then, dude.
Yeah, that shit was heartbreaking. But yeah, like, yeah, the PS2 was a dope system, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was.
And
Who
But the
can
Xbox-
remember?
Oh, it was the
Who can
bomb.
remember that shit when it had twisted metal, yo?
Oh hell yeah.
That shit was so
He's right
dope.
there. You see him?
Period.
The only problem. The only
I don't
problem
think.
with
I don't think.
No,
I
Metal
really
Gear
don't
Solid
think-
2? No?
Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm
Sons
saying.
of-
Like, they had these games that like.
What about
are
Blood Omen
rememberable.
2? Did anyone here play Blood Omen 2?
man, forget that. We talking about the
I-
PlayStation 2
I did
blockbusters.
not play
Metal
it's a
Gear
really
Solid
good
2,
game.
so
You
much
should probably
Sons
check
of
it out.
Liberty.
played. There's some
Grand
many
Theft
I didn't
Auto.
play. Like,
They had a lot of games. That's why.
yeah,
They had
did
all
a
the
lot of
games.
Yeah.
That system had all the games. But like when I first, like my neighbor got an Xbox, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Shooting, 'cause you got
You could like store music CDs on it. It had a hard drive.
Yeah,
Like
but-
it was pretty cool, man.
But
It
niggas
was
with
revolutionary
Xboxes
at that
though,
time.
But,
like
but,
I ain't gonna
but
say all. I ain't gonna say everybody with Xboxes, but the majority of people with Xboxes, like only thing they play is fucking Call of Duty, 2K, or fucking Madden. That's
that's
it.
not true. That's not
That,
true.
I would say that's what pretty much most console gamers. But that's like your average console gamer though. That's what they play. They play Madden, they play
Man,
2K, NHL,
Everybody
and Call of
know.
Duty.
Hold on. Everybody know that Xbox got the most like the majority of fucking gamers is dude bros. You know what I mean?
And that's all PS4 got now, because all the Dude Bro gamers bought a PS4 too.
Like now,
But
look at all this. Like if y'all want to talk about the sales, look at all the sales of the Call of Duty. That shit is mostly PlayStation.
Yeah,
All
but Darian, but
Little
all-
kids play
all-
Call of
hold
Duty
on,
too.
Hold on. All like I'm saying, all games sell on fucking PlayStation. Like fucking open world games, fucking shooters, like everything sells. But
I think a lot of I think because I mean if I look at like down my friend list, I have
You have
some
to run
casuals
down.
on there. They still play a ton of other games. Like I recommended fucking Shadow of Mordor to them. I
Oh yeah,
recommended Dragon Age to them. I mean,
exactly.
there's just
But when you look at the sales, like when you look at the software sales, the only thing that's fucking selling is
Where's all that
fucking
noise?
shooters and fucking sports games. Like they ain't even fucking buy Sunshit Overdrive. They ain't even buy that shit.
Oh my
because
God.
let me tell you why.
For
Let me tell you
sales.
why.
It was bullshit. I know Sunshit Overdrive was bullshit.
To me,
No, it wasn't.
honestly, I didn't like the game. That's just my point of view. I'm an Xbox dude. I didn't like that shit. But
That game
as
looks
far-
cool. I really want to play it.
I mean, no. Don't get me wrong.
Like, that game looks really cool.
It was
I mean,
alright.
I would
but
get an
it's just
Xbox
not-
for that.
It wasn't my type of game. Like I said, like I'm not into that shit. I'm into like I want to
Wow.
like I'm into like shit that's like
Don't even
realistic.
appreciate the good
But
games
Gary,
that actually
I don't
come to
really-
your console.
I don't really-
Wow.
I really don't play kooky quirky games or anything like that. Like that shit just to me is just like for fuckboys.
But this was they like big exclusives for the holiday. Like this was the fucking game that was gonna make you go on about fucking shitbox. You know what I mean?
Now,
And
Can I
but
answer
that's
that
the
question?
thing.
Can I
People
answer that
on the
question,
Xbox
guys?
One, they don't really think about it like that. They just think, to me personally, because to me, I just feel like the Xbox is just a friend's box. To be honest
Exactly.
with you. That's how I treat my Xbox. Like, you know, my friends, most of them from 360 came to Xbox One because of the friendship that we have.
Exactly.
So that's how I treat my Xbox One.
It's
So,
a piece of
but-
shit.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that? Can I answer that
I wouldn't
question,
call it a
guys?
piece of shit.
It's
but
a
I
fucking
think-
social box.
Can I?
I mean, I'm not gonna dispute that. Like, yeah,
And the
it is a
PlayStation
social box.
anti-social people.
And,
People ain't got no
oh
friends.
my God.
and PlayStation, it will always have like the first, single player games that you know what I'm saying that I love.
Now, can I answer that question about Sunset Overdrive
Single player graphics
and the holiday releases?
It's not Sunset Overdrive. It's
Them
Sun
PlayStation
shit.
gamers be on suicide watch. You gotta
Oh
tuck them
my
in before
God.
they go to bed. You know what I mean?
Over what?
See, but I really don't see the console war like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I honestly, I've been done with the console war.
I think the console war is for those people that like can only get one system and they like try to justify within themselves that it's better.
Where's
But
my
you know
friend-
what? You know what I'm saying? Like the Sony dudes don't even trip over that shit. It'd be these fucking Xbox dudes fucking
But
just
I
damage
see
control and shit.
See,
you know what I mean?
this is what I do. I see it from both sides though. I see it from both sides because without it, you guys wouldn't be entertained. Period. I see it from both sides. There's people out there that'll say shit just to know that they're gonna get a rise out of you. You feel me?
But you know what? The same people y'all look up to, y'all Xbox people look up to, is the same people.
Please tell
who
us.
do the
Crap
Xbox
gamer,
say that.
Crap gamer,
Those are
Showstopper.
the dick suckers. in the
Slow.
Xbox
Those are the
community.
three. Those are the three most
Period.
biased
Yo,
people
listen,
when it comes to Xbox.
Listen.
How
Those
dare
are the
you.
Trinity
people
of that
that
thought.
started the community, and it was sad to see for me. I don't really fuck with them niggas like that, to be honest with you.
Those guys aren't like the
Period.
Xbox
Well, I
community.
got a question.
They're very small, like
I got a question because I
minority.
hate when people do this. Like people assume like this is the thing.
We're not. To me,
Just because I
we're
like
not,
Xbox doesn't mean I
We
worship
side with
Zaire and Crap Gamer. You know what I mean?
I don't side with them niggas. Sometimes them niggas lie.
It's like I like.
This nigga crap gamers damage controls on 100. Like, come on, yo.
I mean, I
I
don't get me wrong.
don't
have
mention
any
them because
problem
they don't
with,
make real videos.
I don't
That's why I
have
don't
any
talk
problem
about
with
them.
any honestly, I don't have any problem with any YouTuber or anything like that. But the thing is, I always hated, is when people say, "Oh," and this. I remember people were telling me before I even got like a strong hold of like who Zaire and Crap Gamer was. Oh, if my video had anything positive to say about Xbox, I automatically was a Zaire follower or a next gen follower or something like that. And I'm like, really? Because I like Xbox? Why can't I be judged on my own merits?
They put you in a
my
box.
console choice. Like,
Can I comment on that?
I say shit all day like that, but them niggas put me in the category of Zaire and Crap Gamer. I'm not a part of that shit. Period.
Yeah.
Can I comment on that?
Go ahead.
I think when it comes to a certain point that people are fanboying over shit. Now, if you listen here, if you watch that whole presentation and you say that whole thing was dog shit, like y'all like to say, or it was useless, you fanboying. Like, stop.
What?
Marcus,
You know,
Marcus.
huh?
I don't know if
You
you see my video. I don't know if you see my videos, but I didn't say that. I didn't even in this podcast. I didn't say it was whack.
I'm not directing it towards anybody. I'm just saying. It's people out there who watched that presentation and was like, "Oh, it was shit. It was whatever." I'm like, "Come on, son. Like, you're just saying that, so
There are
people can
people
like
out
your
there
stuff."
that believe the consoles have better graphics than PC. Believe that shit.
Hey. This is stupid.
But,
Those people
Don't even-
exist.
don't even listen to those people, man. Just play your game.
They
know-
exist. They're real.
you
They're that
know
dumb.
what your PC can do.
all right, so BG, you still here?
Can play games.
Yeah,
I know it
I'm
can
a
do
mic
that.
sound because I switched to a different switched to my laptop.
All right. I mean, I can hear you. I mean, so.
I mean, the problem with like why people represent y'all as some people as I guess followers of Zaire and Crap Gamer is because it still blows my mind that you can lie to thousands of people and they like worship you. I still can't get how that happens with Zaire and Crap Gamer.
Hey, Broken, I just want to say something. You know why people do that? People do that because guys like Zaire, Crab Gamer, and all these other fanboys, and there's guys on PlayStation that do the very same thing. They tell these people what they want to hear. And, whether it be true or not, this is what they like. And they're going to go tell other people that don't know any better the same fucking shit. And then they'll believe it. It's really bad.
My thing
they're the two most vocal guys as far as I guess putting themselves out there as far as on the Xbox guys. They're the most vocal out there right now. Last generation, all the dudes from last generation who were avid Xbox guys, they're not here anymore. So literally, the spot was completely open. Anybody could have took that spot and been like that Xbox guy that everybody watches, even idiots, which is what happened. Because last generation there was actually some smart people filling that spot, like General MLD. Some of y'all might remember him. He was actually an intelligent dude who made smart arguments on why the Xbox was better. Now you have just two liars who fabricate things out their ass and just completely twist every word that comes out in the news. So that's what we're up with, and that's why people represent y'all as them.
And that's what I try to say. Like, don't represent the Xbox community in that nature. Just because I'm an Xbox guy doesn't mean I don't have to hate everything PlayStation. And I see the same thing with the PlayStation guys. They don't need to hate everything that's Xbox. Period. It's just what it's entertaining to a fault, and I think that's why some of the Xbox people gravitate to them. But in all honesty, you can read the news yourself.
There's people like that everywhere, man. When it comes to anything,
it is. But like you said, they want to hear what they want to hear. They want to hear what they want. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it may not be true.
Yeah, like case in point, man. We come on this podcast, Broken Games, and as you've heard, us PlayStation fans and us Xbox fans, we let each other have it.
No PC mention. Okay, thank you.
Well, because there's nothing
No
going
respect.
on PC.
No respect.
But none whatsoever.
No, there's only 100 million people on Steam. Whatever. There's no one plays PC. This is what console babbies really
tell us
believe.
next week. But we take time out here on this show. The name of the show is PlayStation Dominating. We take time out to recognize the accomplishments of Nintendo. We take time out to recognize the accomplishments of PlayStation because we are all gamers. And I watch a lot of these guys' podcasts. I'm fans of your all. I've watched Broken Games. I've become a huge fan of Kid Smooths. I watch Zaire. I watch Crap Gamer. I watch the Blackie Lebowski. I watch all these guys because they're entertaining, and YouTube has allowed them to become superstars. But you got to take all of this with a grain of salt, man. You can't, it's not like those guys are GameSpot or IGN. So we can't really hold them to any sort of fire or journalistic credibility. They're just making videos.
Well,
You know.
GameSpot or IG are not credible to game fanboys anyway. So
But yeah, well,
yeah.
that's a whole nother can of worms. That's a whole nother can of worms. But we'll leave that alone.
But yeah, the thing is, the PlayStation this whole had a good weekend with this experience. Honestly, like I said, my opinion on it was okay. I don't think it was amazing, only because there was a lot of information that we've got isn't brand spanking new. We knew the order. We seen the order.
Let me say something about I guess the games like Uncharted 4, obviously gonna be a hit. Until Dark, I like Heavy Rain. That looks like a horror story, Heavy Rain. So to me, that looks good. I'm looking forward to that.
But the thing about I'm sorry. The thing about Until Dawn, to me, I don't know if that's the type of game you're into, where you kind of, it's like the interactive movie type thing.
QTEs, that's what Heavy Rain was.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. Like Heavy Rain was a fun game like that. It was different. So I had fun with it. No Man's Sky, I don't know why everybody's hyping this game up. Everybody, and when I told everybody at E3, I don't see what the good thing about that game is. All they've showed us is, this is what they've told us about their game. There's space, there's rocks, there's trees, and there's animals. And everybody's like, oh my god, this game is amazing. Okay, there's space, rocks, trees, and animals.
That's enough for a lot of people.
It looks like Legos for dummies.
But do it have like
It
a story
looks
mode
like
to
a
it?
game that might actually be fun.
Is
And
there like a
I think it's
campaign to it
interesting.
or a story to it?
You don't even know what you do in this game yet. Nobody knows what you do in this game. Nobody has no idea.
You just run around and you explore and you do shit. I don't see what like
it's absolutely nothing
the
you
big deal for hating the game is.
We don't know
large
what we do.
space to fly around. Honestly,
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
no objective.
And the Order 1886, I think that game is honestly going to be trash. The reason I think it's going to be trash, here's what makes no sense about this game, right? The Order 1886 comes out in about 2.5 months. Uncharted 4 comes out in about a year. We've seen more gameplay for Uncharted 4 on its first gameplay premiere, which comes out in a year, than we've seen for the Order 1886, that has had like 5-6 trailers and comes out in 2 months. How is that possible? How is a game that's coming out in 2 months we've seen virtually no gameplay? If you have a good game, what developer doesn't want to show off gameplay for the game?
PlayStation likes to keep you guys surprised.
No.
Case in point, Drive Club. Surprise! It's not.
I mean, the game. I mean, the order.
I keep you surprised.
Like I'm all over the order day one. Like I seen enough from it. You know what I mean? To where it's a day one bad for me. Say what?
Where?
The shit they showed at E3 and the shit they just showed. Like I mean, I like, you know what I'm saying, what I see, you know what I'm saying, from it.
I'm gonna get the game, but I'm not optimistic about it. Bloodborne looks amazing, by the way. But Order, they haven't shown me no gameplay that I'm like, no comprehensive gameplay. Like,
I mean, they showed. Go ahead.
Like, for example,
Yeah, you should really click on that link.
For example, like the first thing that came to my mind, Dragon Age Inquisition. Like a month before Dragon Age Inquisition came out, they showed they released like a 40-minute gameplay video of that game. That is a developer that is confident in their game. Developers that do that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15-minute trailer, they are confident in their game.
You're supposed to get off the interstate.
They're showing us 2 minutes at a time, and like a minute and 30 seconds of it is cutscene, in-game cutscenes. You're not confident in your game. You're not. Something's wrong right there.
So what game you looking forward to, like, in 2015?
I mean, PlayStation or just in general?
In general.
Oh, a lot. I buy like all the major games, honestly. I mean, my top, if I had to name the top 5, I would say Metal Gear, Uncharted, The Division, what's it called?
No Star Citizen.
Made by
No Star Citizen hype.
you know, the time game, breaking
Oh,
time.
Quantum Break.
Yeah,
Quantum
Quantum
Break.
Break. I don't know if I forgot the name. Quantum Break. Yeah.
Now that's a
Love that, man.
game. Now that's a game I don't see what everyone is getting excited about because they showed us like gameplay, but it's the same shit. It's just time manipulation. Like they haven't showed us anything besides manipulating time. You know what I mean?
It only had one official gameplay trailer,
You
honestly.
gotta understand, there's
No.
like a lot of games out there,
but I'm
and
saying,
there's
like, a lot
been a
of
lot of
people-
different types of games
No,
made
but
over time, and
no, but
like
like
it's really hard to make something, you know, original. So I mean, like when people say like, "Oh, that's not original," I think it's a joke, to be honest. Like,
No, the reason why I say that because a lot of people say, well, I haven't seen enough of the order, but they be like, well, Quantum Break looks amazing. I'm excited for that. And it's
What
like,
game is original
huh?
anymore?
But I mean,
I
I
don't
think I
understand when
seen,
people say that. And then what
I
game?
seen,
broken your
I
microphone.
seen more from the order than I seen Quantum Break. That's just me personally. Like I
Sound
seen.
like you're in a bathtub.
That's because you're PlayStation fanning out. That's okay.
No,
That's what this show's
The
about.
order. The order.
Okay.
I've seen more from the order than I've seen from Quantum Break. I just seen like from Quantum Break, like all I've seen was time manipulation. Now, if I missed something, tell me. Like
They
that's all I
showed
seen.
like a whole 15 minutes of the guy from Quantum Break leaving the warehouse. He climbed down some steps. He shot some dudes. He climbed up a bridge. Then they showed this lady holding somebody saying, "Oh my God, what happened?" Then they showed this big guy with a Gatling gun.
It was all
shooting at
time
him.
manipulation.
They showed 15 minutes of actual gameplay. They didn't show a few seconds of some ducking and running. They didn't show a few seconds of some CGI video. They showed 15 minutes of gameplay. If you could understand what Sam Lake was saying, the creative director, if you could understand him through that thick Transylvanian accent, but they showed gameplay.
Right, what I'm saying, they showed gameplay, but all I'm saying, like, only thing I saw was okay, time manipulation. You know what I'm saying? You got to do this. You got to
Well, that's their
manipulate
hook.
time.
Well, that's just selective seeing. You know, you have selective hearing. You have like so. I mean,
Wow.
if you don't like
Selective
like games with time manipulation, that's understandable. But you know what I mean. I seen more than time manipulation. I seen time manipulation as a feature in the game that's available. But that's just me. I mean, the game looks good. I mean, you may disagree. I'm pretty sure you do.
And there's time manipulation in racing games. Just rewind.
Yeah, yeah. There's.
Well, I don't like those games like that, like
Oh,
time
Sunset
shift.
Overdrive was an average game.
It was above average. It was. It should have been game of the
I
year.
don't know if it's average. It looks really fun. I really want to get my hands on it.
The reason why I liked Sunset Overdrive was because the developer came out, they mixed some genres, and they tried something new. Damn it, I'm tired of shooters. I'm tired of games where I have to take some dogs and kill some terrorists or go raid a favela and
Call
attack
of Duty, you get
Mexicans.
your own dog, man.
What's that?
That's new. That's innovation. In Call of Duty, you have your own dog. It follows you.
Hey, Rock, I'm gonna keep it real with you. The thing that turned me off with Sunset Overdrive is the fact that I gotta constantly skate on fucking clotheslines and power lines and rails. Like I don't like playing
Because
like
there's
that.
You don't
enemies,
have to do
there's
that.
enemies-
You have to do that.
There's
You
enemies
you
who
have
try
to
to
do
kill
that.
you on the
You're
ground.
just bad at the game. Get good.
Thank you.
I didn't know that game was like that either. That turned me off about that game too.
That's like
Because
being
when
mad
you
at Tony
walking-
Hawk's Pro
Get
when you
good,
Skater
walking-
scrubs. Get good.
that you can't skate without grinding. You know what I mean? Like.
Hey,
No,
developers.
because Tony Hawk, you can. If you bring up Tony Hawk, you can just skate everywhere.
Yeah, but the thing is,
in
you get
Sunset
extra points
Overdrive,
for
if you're
grinding.
walking,
You get
if
extra
you're
points.
walking in Sunset Overdrive, you're gonna die.
All right, do something. Do something about
I mean,
it.
Developers,
I didn't mind
developers,
that. I thought that was
listening
a good
to
part.
Excuses. That was a mediocre game.
Please don't
That's how it
innovate
was
developers.
made.
Don't try anything
The
new.
grinding
We
was
just
the
want to
good
walk
part.
around and shoot. Don't try anything new, developers. Don't try to think of any new ways to interact with the environment or new ways to do
No,
things.
what you're explaining is a courtesy buy. All because it was different, you bought the game. You didn't buy the game because it was fun. You bought the game because it was different.
No, but the game because it was fun. I still play it to this day.
But there's
But,
nothing that really says that Sunset Overdrive is a bad game.
That game got boring
because
the
it
minute-
has
the minute it was
and
beat.
grinding. Hold on. Let me clear this out right quick. Hold on. So you don't like the game because you grind and traverse, you know what I mean? So you take grinding and traverse and make it let's say optional, or you take it out completely. What is
Just
the
one
game?
guy that doesn't
It's
want
just
to
another
Jet
open
Set
world game.
Radio.
It's just
Jet Set
another open
Radio
world
was
game
a
without-
dope game, and you ain't had to grind all day.
Yeah, that's Jet Set Radio. Do you want a different game or do you want a clone? Like, I mean, they can keep making clones and stuff like that.
It
you
took
know what I mean?
elements out of Jet Set Radio. Am I
All right, what's
correct?
your favorite, Marcus? What's your favorite game? What game do you? What's game your favorite now?
Right now, I don't have no favorite.
You
So
don't?
why are you here?
The
How do you not have
problem
a
with
favorite
Sunset
game?
Overdrive was not the traversal. The traversal was perfect. I had no problem with that whatsoever. The problem was the missions. The missions were like what a lot of other open world games suffer from. Oh, go get me 5 comic
True.
books, bring them back. Next
It's a
mission,
fetch
go
fest.
get
fetch
me
me
10
that.
comic books, bring it back. Third mission, go get me
My
15
dog.
comic books, bring
True.
it back.
True.
That was the problem with the game. And that's
Yeah,
the
but I mean,
problem with
like,
most
that's
open world
like,
games.
yeah, like that's. Like, you do that in Far Cry. You do that in all these other
Yeah,
games. No one
same thing
but
with
nobody
Far Cry.
complains about that though.
But you guys as gamers, you do know that these developers, as far as ideas and graphics, they've reached a point of diminished returns. It's like, what else can they do? What haven't we seen yet? What haven't we seen? Except people fighting in the Roman Colosseum, which they've given us. So they go back to some old playbooks, traversing, fetch missions. Grand Theft Auto's a bunch of missions. Dude, help us rob this bank. Help us kill this hooker and this pizza delivery
Dude,
guy.
help me go
I
get
mean,
this
True,
cocaine that's
but,
really
but Grand
drywall.
Theft Auto was not 8 hours worth of gameplay. Sunset Overdrive was mighty short. No one can debate that.
Did you beat it,
Story-wise.
Marcus? Did you beat
Of
it?
course,
Did
of
someone
course.
Did you-
really just,
did
like,
you beat the
compare
I beat the game, yes.
Sunset
What happened at the
Overdrive?
end?
What?
At the end, he
What?
thinks he did everything, but this
What?
plant opens up, and then they go off somewhere else to deliver that soda
All right.
somewhere else.
Just trying to see if you're a liar. All right. You
They,
got that.
Listen. When I say I bought probably 95% of all Xbox exclusive games, I bought them and beat them. So I'm not just,
You
somebody
beat
who
Forza
supports
Horizon
Sony. No. That's why I said 95.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say 100. I said 95 now. But I'm just not somebody who supports Sony who's talking trash about Microsoft. No, if I'm talking about a game, more than likely I played the game, beat the game, and did whatever with the game. I'm not going to talk about no game I never played. Not to that full extent, at least.
Kid Smooth, what's the deal, man?
Oh, what's up, Fame? Thanks for
What's
coming
that?
by, bro. We talking about the PlayStation experience and the award shows, man. You haven't? I don't know. Did you watch any of the stuff?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I actually been listening to the podcast, and I was just hearing so much tomfoolery that I had to jump up in this bitch.
All right,
man.
preach. Let them know.
Sad. It's all Sad's fault.
On some real shit. Who was the dude that was saying how he liked more of the order because he seen more of that shit than Quantum Break? Who was that?
that was me.
That's
That was
Samuel
me.
Jackson over to the left, all the way over there. Yeah, see him
My
right there?
question is, so you say you've seen a couple of clips of the order, and that's more than the 50 minutes of gameplay from Quantum Break? How is that more?
Okay,
Please
hold
explain.
on. Hold on. Let me explain something to you. And hold on. I've seen enough of the order to make me know what I'm saying. Like, I'm happy with it, and I'm buying it day one. Regardless of what you feel like, I've seen
Why?
enough of it because of the fucking gameplay. That's why.
What specifically from the gameplay?
Now you're changing this to an opinionated question.
Exactly. You're not making no fucking
This
sense.
is about to turn into an opinionated
Wow,
conversation.
Answer the question.
Yo,
Answer the question. I just
just
want to hear.
went to
Answer the question.
Shit.
No,
What
the point is you can't see a little bit from both games and say, oh, this game will be better than this one because I've seen a short amount of gameplay. That makes no fucking sense.
Okay, let me ask
That's
you
his
a question.
opinion, though. He
Hold
can
on,
say that because that's his opinion.
Hold on, I got this. Let me ask you a question. What the fuck have you seen from fucking Quantum Break that makes you just think that it's fucking amazing?
Oh, let me ask you a question. Did I say that? Did I come in and say Quantum Break is fucking amazing?
You fucking
I didn't-
butt hurt. You butt hurt. You coming in here fucking butt hurt.
Guys,
So,
Exactly.
I get
I
you.
have a fucking problem. You came here like a bitch.
I
butt
give
hurt.
you
Oh man,
game.
it's hard.
I'm ducking and dodging. Oh, this is a
I'm
great.
not, I just told you.
This
The
is the great
gameplay I've seen
debates.
from the fucking game mechanics, from the gameplay, I like it and I'm buying it day one. I'm happy with what the fuck I saw. Now, if you don't like that, so fucking what?
Damn, you talking about butthurt? You sound sour as shit.
No, I'm just saying, like, you coming in here crying like a bitch. Like, come on, dog. We talking about fucking games, having fun, and you come in here butthurt like you about to check some fucking buddy, dog. Go on with that shit, man.
You still crying?
Do you see, guys? This is what gaming has. This is what gaming has.
No, hold on.
What y'all thought about
This is what gaming has come to. This is gaming.
Calm down, hold on. I'm about to start meeting people one by
E-Rock.
one, bro.
PlayStation has had a lackluster
Do it,
year,
man.
and these guys are ready to fight us over.
Hold on, no, he came in here butthurt. Like, if it came in here just.
No, I
asking
came in
a
and asked
real
a question. You got sensitive about it.
No, but you came in butthurt, dog. Everybody know you was butthurt. I mean, it's cool.
I
I mean,
came in
you
and-
Xbox dudes.
Calm down, console babbies.
Hold on, you
Calm
Xbox
down.
dudes, y'all butthurt. Can nobody
What
say
do you got
nothing
thinking
wrong?
about Uncharted 4?
Calm down, console babbies.
Hold on. Can nobody say nothing wrong about the Xbox or that fucking game? So y'all get butthurt. I understand that, but like I said,
Console babbies, please calm down.
I seen enough
Just,
to order.
it's
at
just
E3.
video. It's just video games, okay?
Hold on.
Hey, Sad, shut up and let them fight.
Hold on.
The hell you doing?
Hold on. The shit I seen from
Is
the
that
order.
fighting?
Come on, dog. You gonna let me talk or what? The shit that
I
I
don't
seen
think
from.
fighting sounds like that. Oh,
All right, I'm done, man.
thank you.
All right.
Saying, let the man talk.
Yeah, Sad.
Nah, I muted him, dude. All right,
All
so
Okay, the gameplay I seen from E3 and from Gamescom and with the shit they showed today, like I'm liking what I'm seeing from the gameplay, from the game mechanics and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling that and I'm buying it day one. I mean, shit, I'm on it day one. Why would you have a problem with that?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you.
Okay.
The reason I came in and that really got me because I don't understand how you can see a small amount of games show in the order.
Someone needs
There was not a lot shown. So I don't see how you can say, oh, Quantum Break ain't gonna be this, it ain't that. All it is time manipulation, and you seem like the same amount of gameplay for both. So how can Quantum Break be nothing but time manipulation, but you see some ducking and dodging from the order, and oh my God, it's day one. You weren't coming in by being butthurt. I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. How can you see, you know, a small bit from both of them, but oh my God, this shit gonna be whack, but the order gonna be my shit. That's what I'm trying to understand. It wasn't about being burnt. I came in and I tried to find a specific person to ask the question. I asked you the question.
Who is this that's talking? Is this an Xbox guy?
yeah, that's Family NT.
Hey, listen, man. I tried to defend Xbox, but it was like 5 of them PlayStation guys. I couldn't fight them all. You should have came in like an hour ago. They ganged up on me.
Oh,
bro.
you're complaining that multiple people gang up on you. Come on.
Nah, it's still Biggie.
You think I gotta deal with when I say anything?
Listen. It's all good fun.
If anybody know me, if anybody knows me, anybody see my channel.
Oh my God.
Man.
Wait, Fame. You're the guy that made that video. Was it PC Pirate Peasants or whatever?
Oh yeah, that was me.
That's you. Yeah, that's you.
Did you?
Yeah,
That
that
sounds
video's-
fantastic. Where is it?
That was me. It was about how Xbox One and PS4 gamers aren't the peasants, just the PC pirates. That was me.
Yeah. Coming from a guy who played on consoles, where you can go on Pirate Bay and look up every fucking section. There's fucking. Hey, guess what? Look, I can go download games and put them on my Xbox.
Sad,
Don't
can you tell
nobody
us why
play
PC
PC,
guys steal games?
I mean, like, don't nobody play PC.
I play
No,
PC.
only like everyone plays PC.
Like
Only the most
games on PC, actually.
relevant games are on PC. Yeah, no one plays on it. No.
It'd be 1,200 people in groups, and 5 of y'all be PC guys screaming out Master Race
Yeah,
PC.
these are groups that are console centric.
My PS4
yes.
and Xbox One, honestly.
Hold
getting
on,
burned.
you're talking about the same PC gamers who cried about not having the option in Far Cry when y'all told on yourself that y'all pirated the game. These are the same people, correct?
Everybody does that. It's just
No,
we were
no,
complaining that there was
no.
consoleization in a game, and we don't
We
like
don't
stuff
pirate
like
games.
that.
You don't see
Oh,
pirated
you
games
don't
from
pirate
Xbox One to
games.
PS4.
Console gamers don't pirate games.
If anybody
Maybe we
pirated a
should go on
game,
Pirate
say,
Bay and go
tell
look
me
up
if
the
you
most
did.
torrented games on there,
How
and
many
I can
people
guarantee you that it's
stolen
torrented
their games? How many people have stolen their games?
I've been trying.
Not
You're
saying
gonna
games.
cry about piracy when it happens on all platforms. You're all hypocrites. That's all that video showed is that how big of a hypocrite that you are, and everyone else that supports that video exposes themselves just
When I
like
have
you.
no stolen games.
What video? What
I
video?
have no stolen games in my library. None. How about you, Sam? How many games? How many games in your
I
library?
have all the games that I have, I own them legally. So I don't know why you're making, garbage like this, and then, making some silly statement that PC gamers are pirates. It's
No, I
just
said
silly.
PC pirates. I didn't say all PC gamers.
Doesn't matter.
I just said y'all steal games.
Shot at a demographic of people, and you're saying that PC gamers are pirates. And it's not even just you. It's like when I go into a group or something and I talk about PC gaming, the first thing people bring up, oh, well, I don't want to play on a desk. Well, I can play on a TV too. Well, you pirate all your games. This is the kind of shit that you guys say every fucking time. It's a joke.
They gotta have something bad to say about PC.
Dumbass.
Huh?
You're in a gaming.
What was that?
Console gaming group.
It's a console gaming group. Where?
All right, no, BT, what you say?
Doesn't say it's a console gaming group. Doesn't say that this is Xbox and all other consoles only. It says it's a gaming group.
Yo, man.
All I can say is my Xbox One and PS4 get turned on a lot less than my PC.
Wow.
They get very little burn. They only get burned when like an exclusive comes out, and then until the next exclusive comes out, it's off. Like it goes on vacation. Both of them. Like they go on a long vacation.
That's not me saying that.
Now, broken games. Really quick. I'm trying to understand the difference between. Because I never said all PC gamers. I said PC pirates. There's a difference between PC gamers and PC pirates, correct?
Listen, like this is what some people. No. You're not understanding it. There are people that will go and pirate, like they'll go torrent a game to check it out.
Hey, can you hear me?
If they don't like what they see when they torrented the game, they won't buy it, and they'll just be like, "Oh, I'll just uninstall this thing."
Steal the game to see if you want to buy it.
It's not stealing the game. You're just kind of looking at it. That's what people do. I'm not saying that. I didn't say I did that, but you're accusing of me. You're accusing me of it anyway.
Yo,
you really just don't know what you're talking about, and you making a video about it is pretty silly.
Hey, can I say
That's all I wanted to
something?
say.
Hey, can I say something? This weekend, like I noticed, like all Xbox dudes is like extra salty. You know what I mean? And it's like, if the PlayStation had such a whack ass event, like why is all these Xbox dudes like extra butthurt and salty? Like, I don't get it.
I don't think they're butthurt or salty. I just think that whenever something is announced or comes out for Xbox, you PlayStation guys usually shit on it. And then when something comes out for PlayStation, you do backflips, no matter how horrible it is.
And what do y'all do?
So what do we do?
Yeah, the same exact shit. It's like, hold on.
I look the other way.
Hold on. I just sat up here and said, you know what I'm saying, the order's looking good to me, and I'm not feeling Quantum Break. This nigga gets butts hurt and sensitive about it, like, you know what I'm saying?
Why?
I'm saying I told you that, but even still, if I gave my opinion about some shit, like, why should you get butthurt about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would it bother you or shake you up if I gave you my opinion about it?
All I did was ask you why you felt the need to get all mad about it.
Nah, you was butthurt when you asked though, dog. You was like,
okay, I'm gonna let you believe that, dog. It's the internet. I'm gonna let you believe that. Whatever you gotta say to make yourself feel better seems tough over the internet.
Tough? Come on, dude. Over the internet? I gotta sing tough.
Oh
Are you fucking
no,
serious?
we're not doing this. Are we?
Nah, I'm done with it.
Is this happening?
Basically,
Yo, man, I have 300 confirmed kills.
That Metal Gear Online looking good.
You have 300 confirmed kills, Sam.
Yeah, I do.
Do the police know where
I
you're
graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs.
Really?
But Kids Move, back to what you was asking me, I didn't actually get into much of the experience. It was, man, I was feeling Bloodborne. I remember back about a month ago, I was chit-chatting with Jabari, man, and I told that man straight up, Bloodborne is the reason why I'm buying a PS4. That would be my first game. That game looks legit, yo. Like, anybody that's about Bloodborne, that game looks fun. I mean, I'm at the dungeon crawl. I was in the dark clothes, things like that. So, I mean, I really didn't get much from the PlayStation experience, but as far as the DJ goes, Bloodborne still looks like the game to get to me. answer your original question.
No, I think. All right, so I'm sorry. In the midst of all that, man, I know a lot of people was trying to get some words in, trying to talk. BG, you had something to say?
I was just throwing things in there to stop them from biting each other's face off. And I said, how do y'all think, what y'all thought about Uncharted 4 and some other stuff? I was asking what they thought about Uncharted 4.
Honestly, the whole Uncharted 4 thing, like, and I said it in my video, I don't think it was a downgrade because what they originally showed wasn't gameplay at all from like E3. That wasn't gameplay. That was just a CG trailer. So from what it looks like now, it looks nice, but I don't think it looks like, oh my god, I never seen anything that looked this good before. You know what I mean? And I can't make a judgment on that, on what it looked like until it gets closer to launch. But right now, I'm not. As from what I've seen today, I'm not impressed by it. You know what I mean? But
The thing with that is people claim every game has been downgraded. I mean, the game looks fine, dude. One part was, I think the problem is every game that comes out is not looking at this on the very beginning. It's not gonna look the same before it comes out. That's been shown every game.
What the hell is going on? Somebody beatboxing.
He's being attacked by Lizard Squad. Someone help him.
Damn.
I mean, every game is going to look downgraded. The game looks beautiful. The game looks fine. It's going to be fun. I mean, it's Uncharted. You know, at the end of the day, it is Uncharted. It's going to be fun. But people say, oh, it's a graphical downgrade. Every game is a graphical downgrade because one is either CGI, like you said, or...
Now he's doing a robot.
I told you, man, these Lizard Squad guys ain't nothing to play with. They really aren't. You guys make fun of them.
I don't know. Me personally, Uncharted 4, this is your big game for 2015. Like I said, maybe the game is in its early stages. But we've seen Infamous Second Son. We've seen Rise Son of Rome. We've seen video games with a level of polish this generation. As much as folks talk about these consoles being underpowered, folks, that is you guys watching these uncompressed YouTube videos. When you get the consoles home and see these games, you're going to be blown away. And like I said, Rise Son of Rome, Forza Horizon 2, Infamous Second Son have a level of have a level of polish to them that I did not see with this Uncharted 4 demo. Like we said, it's a demo. Maybe they haven't finished doing all the things they got to do to it. But I mean, when that Nathan Drake dude fell through the sky and had that glitch, that was like, whoa, what's this trash they trying to slip through on us?
Well, I don't know what y'all was looking at when I saw it. I was blown away by it.
Well, you were looking through pony glasses, so
no,
that's okay.
It looked amazing.
Can I comment on that?
Go ahead.
I mean, I think it was both a good and bad thing with the glitch, and I mean, y'all might attack me on this one. It's a good thing because you couldn't question if it was something orchestrated that they put up there. You get what I'm saying?
True.
That they just recorded gameplay and throw it up there and act like he's playing it.
True.
No, this was the actual live gameplay in which they did risk. And yes, I do dock a point for the glitch. But meaning we have what's supposed to be a year, that glitch can be fixed within a year.
True.
Come on, a year.
It's a work in progress.
And then back on what Eric was saying, I think everybody needs to have a hands on with these games, with these consoles, because you can't always go off of someone's opinion. I might say some game is mediocre. You might find that it's, wonderful. The same for Metacritic. I hate it when people started posting this Metacritic stuff because you give a game a 60, you take it home, and then you like, oh, this is the best game of the year. Because it all falls down on opinion, and people do not understand that. They want to take opinion as a fact.
Right.
You know what's crazy though? You know what I find funny, and I like between the big homie and you, it's just the trends of, like, for example, every Xbox game that we put out that we praised or had something positive to say about, it was either the big homie Hated. It was ass. So was that he calls it shit, sun shit overdrive or
Son,
something?
it is. It's a piece of shit. It's
All
some
right,
shit
all right.
overdrive.
And then how'd you feel about Forza? It was whack, right?
That was crap.
No.
The hell?
Forza Horizon 2 was wonderful. I didn't even get to play the game
I didn't
because
like
I was on another game. It was
He
wonderful. I
likes
played the
Drive
demo.
Club better.
No,
played the demo.
Drive Club was fucking horrible.
He
That
likes
was like
he
pure
likes
horseshit.
he
Likes the
likes
crew.
any if it just says Sony on it and it says this is a hobo's dick cheese, he'll play it.
Stop lying.
So
Stop lying.
No.
I'm gonna say you didn't like Rise. You didn't care.
No,
for
hold on.
I bought
didn't say I
Rise.
didn't like
I bought Rise. I love
said I
Rise.
didn't like
Rise
Rise.
was
I
dope.
said
It was too short.
No, hold on. It was overhyped. Like, okay, people judge the graphics based off of cutscenes. The cutscenes look amazing, but the actual gameplay, it looks alright. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this amazing looking fucking game when you actually playing it, but when the cutscenes come in, that shit
I
looks
thought you
amazing.
guys
Like,
Talking
didn't
about
care
Rise?
about graphics. I thought
No,
you guys cared about
Yeah.
gameplay.
My opinion on Rise was
Such
I
hypocrisy.
got my money's worth. Besides the fact that it was a short game, that was my only downfall about that game.
It was
It
a
was
very
short to me.
It was a very
It
short
was,
game.
I
Some
loved
of
the game. Other
yeah.
than that, I
Some of
loved
the-
it. Other than that, it was short.
Some of the gameplay was repetitive,
Only
but it was just a graphical showpiece for Crytek to show off their skills. It was a first generation game. It was impressive on those merits. We'll see what they do with Rise Son of Rome 2, if there is a Rise 2.
It was just an
I
advertisement.
think it should be. I think they should do it. Even if I think Microsoft should buy Crytek and do it like that, they should do a part 2.
No, please. I just want Crytek to just make a new Time Splitters game. That's all I want.
What?
Yes.
Crytek
Time
has
Splitters.
made a
I want a new
good
Time
game.
Splitters game. I don't want another
Crytek
fucking
hasn't
shitty game.
made a good game in a long time with like actual good gameplay. Like Crisis 2 and 3 were just not
They're
really good
console
gameplay.
I agree with you.
Crysis 3 was good.
Yeah, it
Crysis
was
3
just
was a good game.
okay.
It looked good. That's about all I can say about it.
The
Like, it
last
looked
good
good.
game they
It
made.
was okay. But going back to Uncharted 4 real quick, one of the things that impressed me most about that game, and most people probably didn't notice this because it was something subtle, but it's something that pisses me off in video games, is when he got into the gunfight with the guys, right? And there was a certain part where he broke the line of sight with the guys, and then they didn't know where exactly he was at anymore. They knew like the area where he was at, but they didn't know where he was at. The reason that impressed me is because most people don't notice it. Play any other game like that. Any other shooter, any other game where you got to play enemies. There's this mechanic in like most games where if you walk into a gigantic room and one enemy sees you, everybody in that whole vicinity knows your pinpoint location of exactly where you're at. And there's nothing
I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
That was
exactly. That
That was
I was
good.
like, wow, that wowed me. Because like, play any other game and break line of sight with the enemy. It doesn't matter what you do; they know exactly where you're at. They are tracking your exact position. That to me, that's like something that's
I've
impressive.
never noticed that. Damn.
Yeah, me
I don't know how
That was good.
it pisses me off. Like,
Please
how is
fix
it
your
that
microphone.
everybody
Damn, dude, you alright?
You're lying.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. That's the Xbox Live connection.
Shots fired.
Man, big homie be taking the shots, boy.
It's not Xbox Live, it's Xbox Jive.
See, that's why we have big homie up in here, man. You know what I mean? We need this kind of venom, this kind of hatred up in here.
Man, bring some more butthurt Xbox in here, man. I was having fun.
Oh my
for
god, butthurt. Oh man.
Oh,
But the thing is, honestly, PlayStation looks like they're gonna have a better year than they had
Yeah, definitely.
last year. But honestly, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I think it's gonna be somewhat of a repeat of like we know what games is coming for on PlayStation next year, but I think Xbox is gonna come with it. And we'll see at the top of the year what's going on, because here's the thing, what I've been noticing, and like how confident Phil Spencer and what's the other dude, Aaron Greenberg, they've been tweeting me back, about 2015. they've made it known that they got some things coming 2015, and anytime somebody asks about 2015 in games, they're right there.
So,
Yeah,
so
we
what
got
games
some
are we
big things.
getting?
You know, one of my
2015.
biggest, you know, honestly, what's one of my biggest problems with Xbox is I feel like I'm being lied to about exclusives because they don't make their own exclusives. They don't make 90% of their own exclusives.
True.
I've been saying that for the longest,
Platinum
BG.
pretty
Games is
much
making Scalebound.
they pretty much give
Scalebound gonna
you
be
this
crazy.
game. What they do is give you this game, call it an exclusive, and when it's pretty much when it was originally pretty much a multi-plat to begin with, they just made it exclusive. This wasn't a game you made. Sunset Overdrive, Insomnia, Rise, Crytek, Titanfall, Respawn, pretty much, yeah, just 90% of their games they don't make. So it's like this is not really an exclusive. This is something that says you have a lot of money.
But Broken Games, if you got that kind of bank account and that kind of cheddar, and you can open your checkbook to make
That's
something exclusive,
bullshit.
wouldn't
That's
you?
bullshit,
Why
right?
wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Sony just did it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There's a lot more Sony games that are made by Sony than a lot of Microsoft games that are made by Microsoft. There's way
Let me
more.
now. Let me put this in there. Now we all know Microsoft Game Studios, the first party studio. They're really young. They barely had any studios. That's why we hear a lot of them acquiring more people for their first party studios. So that's probably going to change this year. But they're never compared to Sony and Nintendo. They'll never have as many or to be able to put out as many first party titles, and that's why they've been acquiring to make to get so many more first party games out there. So that's why in 2015, 2016 we'll get more. But the thing is, they're a young studio. When Xbox first came out, what they had, they didn't have that many. They didn't have that many developers. They
had Halo and Bleach the Time Sweeper.
Wait, can y'all please answer this question for me? Where does this logic come from where PlayStation don't have no games and Xbox has all the fucking games?
Well, exactly. I want to get that answer too.
Please explain this to me.
Oh my god.
Majority of the time is because people seem to think that indies aren't games. I like indie games. I mean, 360 was an indie machine. People seem to think indies aren't games, and they are. That's what people think because people say it has no games because they're all indies, but indies are games too. Last time I checked, you can use a controller to fucking play those fuckers.
So what about they say PlayStation don't have any AAA games. Like I have both consoles. Both consoles are pretty much dry, and both consoles, their exclusives has been pretty much trash. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real.
Please not this again. I thought we go over this every week.
Because no one can answer for me.
I don't know.
The fact that when
Why
they
don't
think
you play
about
more Madden?
they look too far ahead. People look too far ahead. When I ask them about PlayStation or Xbox exclusives, they're talking about, Gears of War is coming, and they start looking too much in the future. As of right now, neither one of them has a lot of AAA exclusives. Everyone knows that. People look too far into the future, and they look at next year. I mean, what are the big exclusives for each console? And I think they look at that number more than the number that's out right now.
I don't know, BG. You think you can answer this question? Because I ain't answering this question.
Can I say something before y'all answer?
Oh, since he's the voice of reason in here, so I can't.
Yeah, okay.
Along with the PlayStation don't have any games or whatever. When y'all was circulating that, in the same time y'all praised Microsoft for buying Minecraft. Isn't Minecraft an indie game?
Mojang. Okay, what people don't understand. I don't
Excuses, Jerry. Come on, bro.
Excuses.
Why would
Minecraft is an independent? Is an indie?
No, you're
2.1 million.
You're taking what some person said and then you're applying it to all. Microsoft, not the Xbox division. Microsoft bought Mojang.
Mojang don't have no games but Minecraft.
The makers of Minecraft.
But it's more
That's
about
the only game they got.
Oh my
Name me 3 games Mojang got right now.
That's not the point.
It's not about Minecraft. It's about Mojang and it's the merchandise and all the other bullshit.
Oh my god.
No,
Thank you, Fame.
Yeah,
Thank
excuses.
You,
Fame.
it's not an excuse. It's the truth. It's facts.
That's an excuse.
You PlayStation fans are going off the reservation tonight.
Xbox division did not buy Mojang. Microsoft bought Mojang. they give the thing is, here's the thing that, and I sent the link to you, right? You got Minecraft.edu because they're starting to use it in schools now. That's marketing dollars. They can make Minecraft toys and T-shirts. They can install like Minecraft programs on Windows operating systems and shit, and get money and licenses off of that. You know what I mean? It's a different type of deal. Yes, Mojang is known for Minecraft. Minecraft is a very popular indie game. It's not indie no more.
I think what people mean when they say
Next question.
something
Next
has
question
no
for Pete.
games.
Now let Broken Games answer. Go ahead, Broken Game.
When people say something has no games, what I really think that they're saying is it has no games that interest me. So to them, if it doesn't have any games that interest them, that means it has no games. And I think that's what people really say, and it's saying it wrong, because saying PlayStation 1 or Xbox One or PlayStation 4 has no games is inaccurate. Like, for me, the two games I enjoyed from PlayStation this year are Infamous, Second Son, and well, Killzone technically came out
I don't know.
last year.
Broken Games has been talking. I can't even like hear him.
He just.
Am I breaking up?
I can hear you.
Oh, I don't know, but like, yeah, the two games I enjoyed from PlayStation this year were Infamous and
He's breaking up.
Yeah, he breaking up, dog.
Yeah, I can't even hear him.
I guess that's Xbox's fault that he's breaking up. Right, big homie.
He on Xbox Jive, man.
It's like a super lag.
Kid, he's breaking up.
Someone help him. Like, please.
Yeah.
He's still talking though. That's the bad part.
He sounds like a synthesizer or something.
No, it's probably delayed, honestly. It's a PSN connection.
Yeah, we're down again.
Yeah, that's not even PSN. That's like Dreamcast.
No,
56K shit over there.
Yeah, but I think he said the PlayStation game he enjoyed was like Infamous, and what was the other one? I don't know if it's probably The Last of Us or something like that.
Yeah, Infamous.
He made a huge point about it has no games. That people are saying that because console has, like you said, has no games. Particularly, like that's the big reason on where it comes from. But the whole thing was, like I said, it's stupid. Because most people on Xbox One, they had a 360 was essential to play the games like no other. So the whole point of it is a game, man. I don't think there's no game.
Sony has had a pretty lackluster 2014, but listen, PlayStation fans, it's going to get better. Look at 2015.
They've had a lackluster 2014.
I think both consoles had a lackluster fucking.
No.
Yes.
Stop being a fanboy, big homie. We know you're better than that. No.
Dude, I have both consoles, dog. I played all them motherfuckers. They all like.
Sunset Overdrive, Halo Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon 2. Come on, man. It was just too many games on Xbox this year. Come on now.
And we're just naming the fall games, but remember when the big homies around, we aren't allowed to talk about certain games. You have to limit it to his choices. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Now, I mean, we had, we had Deep 4, Dance Central, Connect Sports,
Killer Instinct Season 2.
That's a DLC.
Project Spark was decent, even though I'm not really into that.
Killer Instinct is a demo.
It's not a demo. Game.
It's not a demo. It's not a real game. Come on.
It's an actual retail game you can buy.
No, that's a fucking starter.
It's a complete piece of shit that you pay $60 for.
Listen. Spoken by the PC guy who's playing StarCraft. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a game that's complete.
How dare you?
And it's a game that people actually play, at least compared to Killer
Instinct.
Instinct.
Him with a dueling glove and take him out back with pistols.
You're talking about Killer Instinct being better than fucking StarCraft. Like, I think everyone would probably laugh.
I didn't say it was.
We should put on 2 hours, and I'm about to close this out. So does anybody have anything that they want to say that they didn't get to say? before I get ready to close this out?
Yeah, fuck the Xbox.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't buy
man.
an Xbox One, don't buy a PS4. They're both garbage. Thank you.
Oh wow.
But yeah, buy the Alienware Alpha.
No,
I
it's a
mean,
piece of shit too.
no,
Just
no,
build
no,
your
no,
own
no, no,
PC.
no. It's the
Don't be
closest
lazy.
thing we
Don't be
get to the
lazy.
Master Race. So
Just
buy that.
build your own PC. Don't be an idiot.
Hey guys, this was the greatest podcast ever. This was filled with hate and venom. This is fantastic. This was
By the way,
banging.
you're still on the air. By the way.
Oh man, this is awesome.
Well, I'm just happy, you know. But I thought Fame and the Big Homie was gonna fight. That shit was fun.
No, man, we good.
Nah,
we
man.
good.
Man, at the end of the day, man, it's all love. I don't know, dude. Like I said, man, I came in asking a question. I ain't got no beef with nobody. And if anybody know me, it's not an issue, man. It is what it is.
And that's what's up, man. That's why.
Fame, it's all good, dog. We good.
I thought you guys were gonna meet up and like beat the shit out of each other.
No, man, they took it instead of hiding on that Bang Bang Next Gen page. They came on Kid Smooth's podcast and aired it out. That's what we do here. I know it's kind of harsh sometimes, guys, but that's what the podcast is about.
It was a just a little disagreement. That's all, man.
At the end of the day, gamers, we all gonna disagree on shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's the ones who dwell on it.
Mm-hmm.
Dwell on it. That's the true fanboy. If you gotta dwell on this shit, you take this shit hard. You got an issue. We gonna debate and we gonna have it out. We gonna argue. At the end of the day, we're gonna be done and we gonna cut our consoles on and we gonna game.
There we go.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit we do in party chats though.
Consoles.
On party
right.
chats, we arguing all that shit, man.
Marcus, you got anything to say?
Nah, not much. I'm good.
Sad Man Dan, I'm asking you now so you don't interrupt me later.
What do you want me to say?
Go ahead.
I don't know. You got anything to say so you don't interrupt me later?
Okay. Don't buy a console. They're garbage. Wait for next generation.
All right,
at
you're
least.
garbage. Okay. No, matter of fact, you're not allowed to give any recommendations till you show your face. Okay.
My face?
That's how I'm gonna put you
You'll
up
never
there.
see my face. You will never know my true identity.
And
He's probably one of those guys from Lizard Squad, for all we know. We're sitting
Yeah,
there
right.
giving him a platform to talk.
and Bro Game, you got anything to say before we go?
Who? Broken Game is he still out there?
Yeah, his mic's on mute though, I think. But I don't know. But this is what I gotta say. You know, happy 20th anniversary to Sony and the PlayStation brand. I mean, you guys made wonders for the first two consoles. PS3 was PS4. Congrats on the
Hey,
sales,
don't knock
but
the PS3. It's a good media box.
yeah, you know what I mean. But you know, I had the PS2 and PS1 was the glory days. PS4 is coming along. Congrats with the big Street Fighter deal. I said I'll have a PS4 soon, and soon is when the order comes out. Even though I disagree with the Big Homie, I'm getting the game for my own personal interest of the game, and
Wow, I can't believe you're gonna actually get the Order 1886.
yeah, because it's the closest thing I can get to Gears of War until Gears of War comes out.
Are you buying the PS4 just for the Order 1886?
I'm buying it for the order.
I think you're probably the
Order.
only guy that would actually say that.
And and the game The Force. Those are the three games I'm looking forward to play. So as long as they all come in 2015, I will get it. Now I can't tell you if I will keep it beyond that point, but that's I'm pretty sure they'll get more good games in 2015. So I can't front on that. But you know, it's been a good year. They had a good PlayStation experience. Was it was a decent show. It was much better than Gamescom and their E3 showing. So I do give them props. But was it that impressive? To me, honestly, no, but it was a good step up, and they just reminded everyone that they do got games coming. But I'll see you guys next Saturday. Let's Talk Games 11. I mean, if you want to join, let me know in the comment section. I know there was people that wanted to join. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you, but I will. I just have to get your email or your Facebook so I can send you the link, and we can make it happen. But thank you for all those who was a part of it. Fame, thank you for joining in. I know you came in last minute, but it was definitely appreciated.
Came in like thunder.
I know you came in firing too.
I know, caught me off guard.
Shout out to Broken Games for coming through. I thought he wasn't going to be able to make it, but he was able to make it, even though we had some trouble with Mike. Big Homie's always good to have you, even though you get on my nerves sometimes. Hell. And Sad Man Dan, you're still annoying, and we will get you to show your face soon. E-Rock,
Not
you know what it
happening.
is. Shout out to Rise and Darian is King for also stopping by.
Xbox One will have a good game before that happens.
Please, if you want to watch this podcast, visit the official WeGameHere.com/KidSmooth. Watch the video, or you can check out my live streams there. But it's been good. Good night. Enjoy whatever you're going to do. I think Saturday Night Live comes on too. Oh, yeah. Unless this is on now or in like 20 minutes. Anyway, we out. Oh, I have to say this. I'm sorry. And I'm going to make sure y'all don't get not a word in. But E-Rock, get ready. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. We are out.
Yeah.